We're gonna try this again, and hopefully everything's working. If not, let me know so in the chat. I'm gonna play some music for to let everyone know. Give time for people to kind of fill up the room. Uh, if you can, go ahead and share the stream because we're about to make it happen. This is going to be a new stream, guys. It's a new concept, new idea that I'm coming up with. And Ron is sending me information now that we can pull up. Let's see, I'm on the wrong freaking window. What the hell? Why is that shit not popping up? Here we go. I think it's working now. I have a feeling we're going to be talking about directed energy weapons. Among many other things. Be sure to share the stream, guys. Get some people in here. Facebook. I guess that's the end of the playlist there. Welcome to the show. I guess Ron is going to join me shortly, and we'll be discussing many topics that a lot of you may or may not be familiar with. We're here on our own. I met Ron through the 24/7 Flat Earth Discord, and we've had many hours of conversations, and I talked to him about doing a show like this, or just having a talk. I mean, he's got the gift of gab. He's a great great. I'm not one to really just come out and talk by myself, but I appreciate everyone showing up. Don't know when he's going to jump in here, but I might play some more music here to fill the time. He's been sending me some images. Apparently, he's wanting to talk about these directed energy weapons in California, or suspected. I mean, this. I mean, it's quite suspicious. I mean, they call this forest fires. You know, the images I've been showing. You know, the trees are still there, so it couldn't be a forest fire. So I'm sure we'll be talking about that. We'll talk about flat Earth. I mean, Ron and I have different topics that we discuss. We have different avenues of research that we do. So why he's taking so long to come in here? He's leaving me hanging here. But but yeah, when I met Ron, I was like, oh man, I got to get this guy to come and because we're really good at bouncing ideas off of each other, and we'll be inviting other people on too to have the discussions with us. I have to go ahead and play some more music. Thought Ron was going to be here, but let's see.
Okay.
Hey, there he
What
is, Ron
anybody
Sheckleson. Everybody.
what's up, guys? I got you on my phone, so I'm watching you on that screen and I'm gonna work it with this.
All right, cool. Well, hey, right now we have 6 people watching. I don't know who they are. They won't say anything in the chat. If you're in the chat or if you're listening, go ahead and type something in the chat so we know you're here. But
They might be 13. That's okay if you guys
that's
want to
okay.
listen.
That's okay if you just want to listen. But
You guys got any you got a number we could share? So if somebody wants to call in. I left
I'm not set up for the phone calls right now. That's something I'm gonna have to do later. Because if I did it right now, I'm not set up where you'd be able to hear it. Only I could hear it. You know, so
that's fine. Yeah.
yeah, I'm not
Well,
set up for it right now.
this is just our first show,
Yeah, it's our
so
first show. We're kind of like, you know, dipping our toes in the water here, and
we'll be more polished next time we come on.
maybe I don't know. I mean, it's gonna
Did
be
you get any
it's a process.
You got a couple new subs. Did they get the did you send out the invitation?
Well, I mean, I posted it on Facebook and in the Discord server.
Yeah, unfortunately, our target audience is probably watching Glowbusters. There's like 1,000 people, but that's okay.
Well, that's okay. I mean, we can just continue as I mean, there are people watching, so I mean, we can just.
We'll just float around. So if
Well, I mean,
anybody has,
people will watch it tomorrow. I mean, if they missed it, they'll get the video. It'll pop up on their feed. They'll listen to it
oh, we
tomorrow or
got one
watch it
guy.
tomorrow.
We have someone from England.
There we go.
We
Insomniac.
we have the judge. What's up, Judge? Nice to see you here. He's an insomniac. I know that. What is it like? About 8 hours different.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty late there.
So it's probably what 6 a.m. for you. It's like 10:20
Yeah, we're
Eastern
about
time.
6 hours ahead of me, 6 7 hours ahead of me. So yeah.
That's cool. Like I'm on my tablet and I'm on a phone too. So kind of
Well,
boomer.
you sent me a lot of pictures. Some of from the California fires. I mean, what is that? What you wanted to start with?
Yeah, let's start with that. If you want to scroll up a little bit, and the one with the molten aluminum, it was one of the rims. I'm gonna see if I can get you that the video link. So if someone wants to watch that, it was from Mental Boot. It's some crazy stuff. Oh, it's not too late. 3:20. I stay up later than that.
I know. It's like, I was up that late last night and had to go to work at 7 this morning.
Yeah, Helio's a warrior, man. He could put in long days. These are from 1961. Those pictures you're scrolling through right there. Yeah, the first one's what looks like dog hair or camel hair.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
actually pine bristles that are embedded in the liquid.
oh, I thought that maybe that was something from the recent quote unquote forest fires.
It is. It is. This is one of the rims from the car that
Right.
liquefied, and somehow there was what bristles, pine bristles on the ground, and the shit was embedded. It didn't. It wasn't hot enough to ignite pine bristles, molten aluminum. Give me a break.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know why this secondary one is not. Bear with me one second.
It's okay.
If you can carry this for a second.
I like that one name. That awkward moment when the forest fires forget to burn the forest.
Totally. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's like
It's like well, all the houses are fucking gone, but all the trees are still there.
right. Yeah, I think my Wi-Fi is not hooking up. My other Wi-Fi that I was going to try and link up with.
What the hell?
See, I have a second tablet. I'll just use my phone, but it's kind of hard. My phone screen is smaller, so it's like monitoring two devices when one is so small. That's
Oh,
all right.
okay.
I'll make.
What you can even just open that that message you sent me and go through the pictures one by one and then we
Oh
can.
no, I'm just using the phone. I
Oh,
can see
okay.
the phone right in front of me, and I'll just switch my battery charger back and forth. Keep them both lit. Cause yeah, I'm looking here. It says last message we got was from Judge, 3:20 a.m. Yeah, now see that pile of rubble? I'm gonna send you the video clip that I got this from. I think I sent you a link to upload it, and it was the channel Mental Boost. He has hundreds of good videos. I want to send one for my friend here in England. There's a couple that happened in England where a parking garage caught fire and the Grenfell Towers, and most likely it was the same technology that did this. Also did the Grenfell Towers.
Yeah, that Grenfell Towers thing was kind of interesting, man. They had a big big like drama scene around it. I don't know how many people were in the building, uh, but they made it like it was I don't anything you see on the media. It's really hard to 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 discern any kind of truth out of it. So, which link are you talking about?
Maybe I'll put it on like regular so I'm not on push to talk so I could reply back to you. And then it
Oh yeah,
might
that'd be great.
that might be easier because I'm digging through videos, my library, and then I got like a little bit of a lull, so it doesn't ruin the flow.
What's this?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I took it off push to talk. Is that
Okay.
okay? Is the sensitivity okay?
Yep, sounds good, man. I don't hear any background noise or anything.
All right, yeah. So I put it on full time mic so that we don't have any lulls and I don't have to be pushed to just so there's not that awkward silence when you ask me a question and it takes like
Yeah,
10
I didn't
seconds.
know you were using push to talk. So,
Yeah, because it picks up a lot of bullshit, like background noise. I think it's
so which of these do you want to talk about first? I mean, you just sent some new videos.
I'm gonna get the
Wow,
ones
that's
from the
crazy.
yeah,
Watching that
the heat
Brazil one,
blinker.
that's freaking crazy.
Did you see how fast it collapsed?
Holy crap, man, that's nuts.
Yeah, there might be a little background while I'm clicking on these videos to copy the link.
Well, I mean, I know you're using a phone and tablet and you're having a little trouble, but uh, people on the live stream can see like that Brazil tower collapsing.
Did you show it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
there's the one.
showing. They can see it.
This one with the white van on the thumbnail. This is the one where it has the molten aluminum for the rims, and there's pine needles. I think about halfway in, he shows the pine needles. There's a partially melted rim. Also, look at the way that the heat went through this van. In other words, part of the van there's white paint next to severely burnt. So if it was hot enough to get blackened and burn all the paint, that heat would travel through that panel, that metal panel. It wouldn't just instantaneously stop like fresh white paint, not burnt at all. Over here, it's scorched, the metal scorched. That's not how the way thermal conductivity works.
No, it definitely doesn't.
This is the one from 1961. They were using the same technology because you see the same pulverized houses. Um, like one house is pulverized, and then the house next door is fine. Nothing wrong at all. That was very odd. You could see the era of the cars. You could see the fire truck. They had like a convertible fire truck. It didn't even have a roof on the fire truck. It's like, what the hell is that? It was a different era. This was another one where the house was cut in half. There's a trampoline in the backyard. That trampoline didn't burn. None of the surrounding trees burned. And there's literally a house chopped in half. Yeah, that's the one right there with the pine bristles that you're watching right now. If you scroll about midway into that video, it's incredible.
Well, like I said, they're made. The heck?
Yeah, if I send any duplicates, I'll get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't have a
Well,
picture of it.
and like I said, if you're watching on your tablet or something, you're gonna have a lag. So
That's all right. Yeah, I do see there's like maybe a 5-10 second lag. That's all right. Yeah, it's
yeah,
just
it's some
something we
incredible
need to
footage,
talk
man.
about this shit, man, because nobody's really covering this, and this basically exposes
Yeah,
9/11. Hey,
how
Jose's
could
here.
the houses be completely demolished? The trees are still there, and a house completely intact right next to the ones that are just obliterated.
What's up, Jose? You got the admin, Jose.
Mesa.
Now I'm going to share with you two of them from the parking garage in England. There's two separate parking garages. I'm going to see if I can find the paint factory too. There was a paint factory in England that caught fire from the same type of looks like dew weapons.
So I saw one video posted was talking about the Hutchinson effect, which
Yes, if you
if
go
you
into that video, I know I'm skipping around a little bit
no,
because
that's fine.
upload and stuff. The this parking garage, these two are from England. There was 1,400 cars posted in this parking lot, and that's the same number of cars and trucks that were destroyed on 9/11. But you see how it came from the roof down. Parking lot is scorched, and then the cars right to the right hand side. There's a blue and a white car, like a Range Rover, and then I don't know if that's black or navy blue. Those cars are fine. You could see the energy came from the top. It was very focused. We're doing good. Jose is dropping some double entendres.
Doing good.
It's better than doing evil.
Yeah, exactly. We're
We
trying to
got some
expose the evil.
right. Too bad we don't have like 700 people in here. We got seven. We just need to get that 100 times bigger, or even 10 times. If we had 70 people, I'd be happy.
Oh, we need to give them some content. They have to have something to watch. I mean, what?
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, like I said, I'm not the. I
We
don't know.
could rehash this. We could talk about it tomorrow
Well, I
because
mean,
I was
it's
like,
kind of like it's just this is our maiden voyage into this. It's new. It's not new to me to be, on live on YouTube, but to be, to be hosting a show or just have, yeah, to be
yeah.
hosting and to be like, all right, here's the next directive, and it's that kind of thing. I don't.
See if we could share it live when I'm a mod on YouTube. That would help because when his channel went down, like when he was done streaming, people wanted a place to go, and there's 500 or 600 people. They're like, hey, let's go hang out over here. You don't
Well,
have it set up where we could take calls. Maybe we could get on the Discord. You could even Jose could pop in here. We're in the Gold Plus. If you want to jump in and say something, Jose.
that's what I was just like. I don't know. I don't, Ding.
You're at a loss for words. That's the first time I ever heard Helio at a loss for words.
Yeah, I don't have enough beer, man. I'm like worried. I only have 2 beers left. No, but it's not.
Oh,
It's not about the beers. But no, I just. I mean, last night you were telling me that you was like, yeah, I'm ready to go, and we both were just like talking,
we got
talking up a storm last
we
night.
got
But
material. Which one do you want to zoom in on those videos? Let's discuss those. Play the videos. Like if you can go click on one of them and like
yeah,
do a
they're
little
playing
sample.
now. The Liverpool, yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
All right. Look at the parking lot.
I mean, the cars are just like. I mean, how can a parking garage catch on fire and do that to cars? It's impossible.
Here's another interesting one from Trump Towers. There was a fire there and you could see it skipped one room in the middle. Like there was a fire on either room on both sides, and then in the middle there's no fire. It's like, how does that happen? And then you see the strange orange color flames. They're like an orange red color. So he's not even above this. So maybe this might add a
Yeah,
little bit
that's
of
really
credibility.
strange.
Some people who doubt Trump's legitimacy, like maybe he's on their target list because I don't think he would torch his own building. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I mean,
well, this is like a dew weapon. This could have brought down the whole building. Like what you saw in Brazil, it had the same color flames. It had this really black smoke, and then boom. If you cook the building for, say a couple hours like this, and then you turn on that pulse, the whole building comes down. This is like they have many forms of directed energy. The kind that's like an explosive event, and then the kind that's like fire. It's like where you can burn shit to a crisp, like what you're seeing right here. It's crazy.
that is
And it's
tripped
like,
out,
wait a
man.
minute. Remember the car, the van with that white panel and the paint just stopped? It was completely burned and then it goes to like white paint. That's what you're seeing here. One window, it's all that intense heat, and then an inch away, the next glass panel is not affected at all.
Right, and
You
then
see
then
that?
another one explodes right next to it.
Right. So if there's a fire in the next room, there's no bleed over. Why is this heat not bleeding over? That's what I'm saying. This is very odd. Anybody, I'm not like a forensic examiner. What's up, level headed? You got another flat earther.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
level
like that.
headed. Oh yeah, he's cool.
That's that's sad about Jamie Brown. He sounds like someone that might be in Jamie Brown's. I think I might have seen that name before.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen. I've followed Jamie when he was. He used to do live streams every day, and
That's before. That's before Discord. Once I found Discord, there's no use hanging out over there. This is where all the interesting conversations are.
right. Well, and that's kind of why I, started the 24/7 live channel because I'd be in here. I'd spend a lot of time in here, and I was like, man, there's so many great conversations in the Discord that we should be, putting that on YouTube, or live somewhere, and so. And then that's where I met you, and then you invited me to Nikita's live stream that one night, and shit, that was probably like 6 months ago or so. And ever since then, I
Yeah,
was like, man, I've been looking for someone to to be able to do these kind of streams, and bounce ideas back and forth, and and invite other people after we establish a topic we're talking about. If people want to talk about it, then
there's an interesting one too. The one that I just sent. Let's see what update. Oh yeah, the
drone
Hilton up the
directed.
Hilton fire.
Oh, the Hilton
You could
fire.
see.
Oh yeah, that one's
Yeah,
crazy.
that one is really crazy. You could see that building. It literally disintegrates. It's a modern building with built to modern fire standards like concrete, non-flammable materials, non-flammable stucco. Like everything about them has to pass fire codes. So it's like, how did that building just disappear?
Yeah, it's just
Where's the
gone.
concrete foundation? Yeah, there's each floor is concrete. It was at least the two levels, 2 stories. So where did the concrete floors go? Where did like the granite countertops, the toilets? Where is all that stuff? Where's the refrigerator?
Exactly.
Where's the stairwell? Where did it all go? Where's the air conditioners? Like all the stuff. Where is it? I mean, you're telling me there's nothing left, and then there's like, yeah, let me get you the screenshots because that's actually really compelling evidence to see them frame by frame. Just because sometimes it's difficult to tap into a video.
Right.
I like how they play a little bit at a time. Yeah, this might work, man. I think this is working well, just using two separate devices.
Yeah, like I said, I can play the videos, and then there's a little bit of lag, and you can.
It's not much lag.
That's cool.
I could deal with it. So, do we get any questions? So,
Now,
Helio 24/7 Discord.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
join
and
Discord.
yeah, join the 24/7 Flat Earth Discord live. Usually, that's where we've been broadcasting or doing the live streams from. I do that channel as well. So subscribe to that. The link is in the description for the other channel, and more than likely I'll depending on if it's an active night, I'll go live whenever the room fills up, on there. So yeah.
See, you can see the Hilton, the screenshots from the Hilton, and you see the bottom image. There's the Hilton sign with the white flag, pine trees, and I don't see any like
Right,
concrete.
that's before and after. Yeah, there's just
That's
nothing,
after.
just rubble.
Scroll to the
Fire
top
did that,
one.
but the trees are still there.
Scroll up a little bit, Helio, where you see the news, Channel 2 news, state of emergency. You
Yeah,
see like a far away pic,
right.
and there's
So yeah.
barely any fire. It's like someone could have came and put that out, and they would have, it looks like there's minimal fire happening. And then you see it progressively getting lower and lower, like something's just eating away the building. There's no big flames. It's just like a very small flame, like a candle, how a candle just kind of burns the wax. And pretty soon, like
Yeah,
after a
man.
few hours, nothing left of the candle. It just went up in smoke. And that's kind of what we're seeing here. Just goes
Does
up in smoke.
it does look like that, like it's melting down.
Right. And this is concrete. We
Yeah,
know
it's
concrete.
concrete. Yeah, I mean that concrete doesn't do that. Not with
Yeah, it's
fire
like,
anyway.
look what's left. The only thing left is the trees and the white flag. Where did all the material go?
That's
People are like, well,
crazy,
there's no
man.
evidence.
That is
Like
crazy.
that's not enough evidence for me. I'm like, come on, dude, explain it. Maybe I don't know exactly what did it, dude. I've never seen a fire do that.
I mean,
What is there to burn? Stucco, concrete. To
oh
burn
man,
it this thoroughly, and it wasn't raging. It wasn't like raging fires. It was just like a very mild fire, just like a candle wick. Best way I could describe it. And like if you light a candle, it doesn't light something on fire like 5 feet away. You know what I'm saying? The heat doesn't transfer through the air. But here, and that's the same excuse people were saying. Like there will be trees that didn't burn, and there's a melted car like 5 feet away. It's like, well, where was the intense heat? If it got to the car, but it didn't ignite this tree, how did this intense area of heat burn that car into nothing, but it didn't harm this pine tree? There's some kind of delusional stuff. You know what I mean? Like people that don't want to acknowledge this is a real thing.
well, yeah, I mean, they it's like all these anomalies we're pointing out. I mean, this is supposed to be forest fires that are just traversing across California. Somebody threw a cigarette butt out or left their campfire going, and it caused this. Give me a break.
You know what? They even called one of them the campfire, the car fire. Because you know what? Those are like normal things. Oh, there was a car fire. There was a campground fire. Things like that. They're using anonymous names like that.
Right.
Just a campfire. So that maybe in 5 years, they get forgotten. They might think you mean, oh, just a fire at a campground or a car that caught on fire. These are very huge events, that are just going to be kind of forgotten about, partially because of how they name these things. They're giving them stupid names.
Right. And we were mentioning earlier all the displaced persons that live in those areas. Where I mean, I wouldn't say that they're all dead or whatever. And they may not be reporting to FEMA, or and saying, yeah, I left town because I had to, and I'm staying with my aunt and uncle over, in a few towns over, but their houses just disappeared. I mean, they don't even have a single appliance or any type of furniture or anything left. All their assets are just gone. And I think that a plain truth was talking about their the insurance companies are just trying to buy them off, with just minimal amounts of money. I mean, that's the way insurance companies do anyway. They try to offer just minuscule amount. They always try to make the best deal they can. Then what they're trying to do is try to force you to get a lawyer that they have better lawyers. So then you just settle because you don't want to, because you already lost everything. You're just like, I'm just gonna tuck my tail and run, and it's like I can't live there anymore. There's nothing. What am I gonna do? Rebuild my house there? No, you can't because
They don't
it,
want you to
it's
rebuild.
been
They
confiscated. The
Well, they're
land has been
trying to
confiscated.
right. There's a lot of people said there's gold and minerals under the ground, and you don't necessarily have to give away your mineral rights. Let's say you do sell off your property. First of all, they're not giving you enough to rebuild. Say your house was worth 300,000. They might give you like 100,000 or 150.
Right, and the only
It's like,
way
what am I?
you could get more than that is to lawyer up, and they have better lawyers. So
And they're not covering this. They're like, oh, you weren't covered for a wildfire. You're only covered for like a normal
right,
fire.
exactly. I
Like,
mean, yeah, it's like insurance. Yeah, yeah, I feel comfortable. Insurance.
well, they do it with the
Yeah.
hurricanes. They're like, oh, you didn't have flood insurance or hurricane insurance. I'm sending some new pics right now.
Those
So
ones
it's
are
going to
from
be a
9/11.
mixture. Yeah, it's a mixture of 9/11 and different events. This one here was from Russia. I'm just posting them until I find a duplicate, and then I'll know where I left off. Did we
Cool.
get that airplane in there?
Let me go up. I think I have to go up. Well, no.
Yeah, it's a combination because we're gonna draw similarities between the two.
Wow, man.
See if anyone can connect the dots.
Well, but it's really hard for people to connect the dots when you know, the we have to speculate a lot about what could have caused this as well. You know, Uh, uh,
Oh,
we
sure.
don't have any direct proof that
It's just bizarre. It's like,
it's very
isn't this
bizarre.
strange?
But my car melted because of forest fire. Right over, whatever, man. Sure did.
Well, it's not only that, it's like the way it's like partially melted. Some of this stuff is like
Right. Yeah.
like
Yeah, like half the car's melted and the other half is fine.
yeah, even one of these California fire extreme anomalies. The crankshaft under the car, there was a fishing boat, like an aluminum boat with holes scorched through it. It's really bizarre shit. Look at how the aluminum just ran across the ground. And
Right.
people say, well, it's
It pulled up and just like started running across.
yeah, people are like, well, it's a laser beam. Well, not necessarily. A laser beam's going to burn everything from paper to wood. This seems to be selective. Like it's not affecting wood and paper, but it's affecting things like aluminum, steel, like different types of metals.
Right.
Does
And
that logging truck?
some of those police cars on 9/11, the car's demolished, but the lights are still there, and the car's all burnt up looking, but the plastic on the roof is still fine.
Right. If you know anything about fires, the heat is going to transfer up. Like, the heat's going to go straight up and it's going to melt those sirens on the roof.
Yeah.
The paint on the roof would be burned off, even if the flames, just the flames putting that heat. It's like if you put a frying pan on the stove, it's going to get really hot. Let's say that frying pan had paint on the top surface, it's all going to burn off the paint. Same thing would happen with that car. And then it's going to transfer through those, the metal brackets holding the lights, and those lights would melt. It's going to be hot as hell. And the flames, like the smoke, is going to wrap around the windows. It's going to wrap around and leave that black smoke damage. There's no smoke damage on those windows from 9/11 on that cop car. There's no smoke residue around those windows. And if you scroll to the one picture, I think I sent it with all the pictures of the cop cars. The rear half of one car lines up with a van across the street. The van has a
Oh
ladder
yeah, I remember that one.
leaned on it. Yeah, the one with the ladder leaned on it.
Oh,
The front half, the engine compartment of the van, is in perfect alignment. You know, the camera's a little bit offset, but if
yeah, I
you
see
move
what you
over
mean.
a little bit, you'll see that they line up perfect. So that was an energy beam. And the energy beam, that's like at the edge of the beam. It just stops that precisely. So like people saying it's a laser. Well, I don't know that necessarily it's a laser. Could be the Hutchinson effect. And that's why I sent you that
Well,
video. That
but
video,
if for in order for it to be the Hutchison effect, I mean, when you watch some of his videos and the way he did the experiments, it was in a he had it in an enclosed chamber, and then and so
well, it doesn't
it
have.
was a
No, he
focus,
didn't. It was open air. It was open. It was
I
just
mean,
on a desk.
but the sound waves were like focused on a certain thing. So yeah, I mean, as far as like a directed beam, I don't see how that, you know, the,
He made shit
depending on.
levitate. It
Oh
did
yeah,
different stuff.
yeah, I
He
saw
had
all kinds of.
rat
Yeah, I saw it, man. It's
in
some
a
wild
bowling
stuff.
ball. Did you see the bowling ball one? He levitated. I think it was a 70 pound. Maybe it wasn't even. Maybe it was a cannonball. There's some crazy shit, man. This bridge in no is in Ohio. This bridge, and you see how the thin is very thin, like it's rusted and it's really thin. They're all at the same level. If you click on that video, oh yeah, that's the cop car I'm looking at. If you enlarge it a little bit, the one with the rear half that's juiced, it's all jacked up. Enlarge that picture a little bit, and you'll see a van, a burgundy
I
van.
already did that, Ron. Like I said, you're like
It's a
two
little bit of
minutes
lag.
behind.
All right, is it that much? All right,
Yeah,
my bad, my bad.
it's all good.
Okay, there's the one with the bridge. I don't know how far we are.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
there's
just started.
not,
I clicked play on that when you were talking about it. I mean, I'm in real
oh,
time
yeah.
with you, but if you're watching the YouTube stream, you're gonna be sounds like a minute behind or so.
Is it that far? Shit.
Yeah, well, just click the little like touch the screen and then hit live. Make sure you're watching it. The closest to live as you can.
Yeah, I got it on live chat.
I mean, it'll say live, but then it has a little red dot beside it. If it's not that red
Mhm.
dot's not lit, you're not watching the actual like latest live.
Okay, so if you could slide the video footage for that one with the steel beam on the bridge, slide it to about the middle. This bridge had an inspection 7 months before this shit happened, and it got like I think it got 8 out of 10, meaning 10 is perfect, and an 8 is like very good condition. All these pillars were they were inspected.
Inspected
So
and
a couple months,
or-
yeah, like 6 months after, they're all rusted out, wrinkled up at that exact level above the water. This rust line, it's above the water line, so it's like, and it's twisted. Beam is twisted. The bridge didn't come down, but what the hell did that? And I seen this exact phenomenon on a building in Russia. Let me get the footage for you. There was a hole in the roof because keep in mind these beams come from above. They come straight downward. And the Oklahoma building, it shows the same type of damage. In other words, at the very top floor, um, the level of the damage, let's say that the damage goes 10 feet into the building. It's 10 feet into the building, 100 feet away at the top floor, and it's 10 feet into the building at ground level right next to the bomb. Don't you think by the bomb, if it was a bomb, it would be chewed out, scooped out, like right near ground level?
yeah, of course.
Right. If you ever put a firecracker in the mud, what happens? You get that nice little spherical blast.
Right, like a crater.
Right. You get a perfect crater. And that's exactly how craters are formed, either a bomb or whatever. And definitely wasn't a bomb. You could look at the cars in the parking lot. I'm going to send you some more pics of the Hutchinson effect and some damage from it was a playground in Russia, like a children's playground. They had a foam play pit where the kids would jump in. And they said someone was playing with a cigarette lighter and he caught the foam pit on fire. And that's what caused the fire. But you can clearly see this white building with the yellow stripe on it. That was the playground place.
Wow.
And that silver beam, that was a boxed in beam and it's bent like a pretzel. And then there's
Yeah,
a box beam from 9/11,
yeah,
completely
and
bent. There's no tears in it.
That building with the stripe on it looks a lot like Building 6, 9/11. Just a
Right,
big hole in the
from the
top.
roof. Right, like what put a hole in the top of that roof? You know what I
Couldn't
mean?
tell
It
you,
goes
man.
right to the floor. Crazy, dude. And then that box beam. You think
Yeah,
you could bend
there's
a box beam?
nothing can. But no explosive could even do that. Really.
And look at there's no rips. It
Right.
bent that thick steel with no tears. So it was pliable. Remember, like the aluminum at the beginning when we started the aluminum, how it was liquefied, but it wasn't necessarily hot. Same thing with this bar. See that stainless steel bar? I think he said that bar was 3 inches in diameter and it was solid stainless. And he bent it like that, like a pretzel, those two U-shaped bends, and it wasn't even warm to the touch. No heat whatsoever involved. Bend it. That's some crazy shit.
That's trippy. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people have heard of the Hutchison effect, or if they've heard of it, they really haven't done a lot of research into it. And that, as far as I know, he may have uh, found it through his own independent research as maybe an idea, and some of the experiments were pretty impressive. But I'm pretty sure that they were aware of that technology without him finding it. They didn't steal his ideas. Pretty sure they've known about this technology for a long time.
Well, they did kind of. They were sending people from Boeing and Lockheed Martin to Hutchinson's place, people from the Department of Defense, and they were examining it. Like they had the Tesla technology, and they were doing a little bit of. He was kind of tinkering. I don't know that he knew exactly what he was doing. Hutchinson. He was trying to duplicate Tesla, and he did a good job of it. Like the stuff he did was incredible. He had like surplus equipment he would buy, and somehow he figured how to put this shit together where he could create this effect. I think he's a genius, man. The guy's
Yeah,
like
it's
mad.
it's really interesting, man. It's
He has a little bit of autism, I think. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't realize what kind of evil he's up against. He's like, "Yeah, guys, I'll show you how it's done."
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? He's really oblivious to that, and it's unfortunate. Like he thinks that there's a good guys, and oh yeah, we're gonna get this so that the Russians don't have it or the Chinese, and they don't use it
right.
against us. But there's also you could use this for free energy technology. You don't have to use it for evil. Like the same technology, that's how they're getting the power to run these weapons. They don't have like a they don't have like a battery or a generator. Like, okay, I'm going to charge up my capacitors. Boom, I fired it. I think they're pulling it right out of the ether. Pulling it. I don't know exactly how, but
Yeah,
I think
well,
that's
it's
how.
isn't it a form of like a sound wave or magnetic frequency?
Well,
Kind of pulls
what I was
apart the
told,
ether. I mean, it's kind of like it makes objects kind of just let go of themselves. I mean, you see some of the experiments that he did. It's just like they just kind of like melt together. Some of the objects in the machine. It's really
what it's
strange.
called, it's called disassociation. So if you know how you have a negative side of a magnet and a positive side? If you put the two positive sides of a magnet together, they push apart, they repel. So
Right.
what I think he's doing, he flips it. When you manipulate it the right way with the sound waves and the electrostatic field, it puts positive against positive and it blows the pieces apart. It makes things turn to dust like instantly. It's like if you threw a switch, because everything is arranged negative, positive, negative, positive. And if you could temporarily reverse it, you could blow things apart. It's crazy to think about, but that's what holds everything together: electrostatic charge, electromagnetic charge. And I just sent you two new ones. This one is also crazy. Like these lightning bolts. Inside these lightning bolts, you could see some people call it a TR3B. It's like a triangular shaped craft.
Right.
And inside these lightning strikes are, you could see these crafts, the outline of them. And I think they're pulling their energy from the ether, but they could also redirect these lightning charges into the ground at a target. You see, because Lightning never hits the same place twice. Look at these two lightning bolts. They came together, all those little feeder branches, and they hit the same target at the ground. Two separate bolts, and then all the little feeder branches. It looks almost like a tree. Isn't that crazy? Now, these you might want to back up these two videos right here, just in case they get deleted.
Okay.
These are, yeah, these are really interesting
Is this
videos.
something new that he's put out?
No, this is about 6 months old.
Okay.
I don't think it's. I don't think this is the dew weapons. This is another form of it. You got so you got
Artificial
plausible
lightning.
deniability.
Right.
Yeah, lightning, and they might have cloaking, like cloaking technology, where it's like you don't see the airplane because it's cloaked, like it's projecting on one side of it an image of the sky, like a chameleon does. So you
Yeah.
don't necessarily see these, but when a lightning strike sees it, hits it, you see the outline of the craft because the lightning bends around it. So that's the only way they can be seen.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't
Like
seen
the
that video before, man. I'm gonna
Yeah,
definitely have to check
there's
that
two of
out.
them. Or there's more than two actually. I think each one has two in it. Yeah, there's a secondary one. What's in our skies? There's I think that might be three videos in that one. You just like there's the one at the top, and then there's a secondary one beneath it. So there's a lot of footage of it. I'm gonna switch back on push to talk. I sent you a lot of stuff, so that way we're not messing things up.
That's cool, man.
Did you want to jump in? I'd like to get some people jumping in or asking a few questions in the text. Last one I seen was the LOL. Where's our British buddy, our British friend?
I don't know. The judge, he said
Yeah,
something. He said Borg Tech.
Bork Tech. Yeah, it's
Borg
crazy
Tech.
shit.
That was like 17 minutes ago.
We don't know what's causing this stuff. We're trying to figure it out at the same time you are. I'm trying to get some new members up in here too, like get new people on the Discord, and I just put it
Right.
back on push to talk.
Right. I want. I mean,
Is it any different or is it about the same?
I never noticed a difference.
I didn't know
So
if I was picking up background noise because it's raining.
no, I didn't hear anything. So you should be all right without the push to talk.
Oh yeah, dude, look at that footage.
That's insane. More ghost drone riders in the sky revealed.
Yeah, dude, this is some interesting shit. That's why I want to get a team together, like a team of researchers. Even if we're just, we should all do this like separately and see what we come up with. Get everyone's opinion, and then we could have a conference call, kind of like this, and just share our ideas because none of us really know what's going on. We're kind of spec. I mean, I'll give you the description. John Hutchinson, what he said in his video, what was causing this.
Yeah.
He uses a Van de Graaff generator for an electrostatic charge. Then he uses a Tesla coil, and then he uses a microwave. And when you tune these things, you can tune them all. You can tune the frequency of all of them. And when you get it just right, really strange things happen.
Yeah.
Things levitate,
Right. Exactly.
they turn to like rubber. Sometimes they liquefy, like really strange shit. It's like, wow, how did this wrench melt? And then he'll pick it up. It's like it wasn't even warm to the touch. Other times they break apart.
I've heard people say that that his research is it's not real. That it's just fake. It's like fake videos or whatever. And it's like, no, it's not, man.
It could be fake, but
Well,
until
I
you
guess
come
it
up with a more
could be,
plausible.
but it makes sense. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he's saying there wasn't enough debris, like the pile of rubble. Usually, when you demolish a building, there's about 10 or 15% of the building's height in debris. And there wasn't that. The building was what? It's like 1,100 feet tall. So there should have been 110 feet or 150 feet of debris, because you never get perfect compaction. You get what's called voids. The little voids are the air spaces between the concrete and the steel beams. It doesn't just pulverize and turn the, you know what? So we had perfect compaction, plus it was reduced by 50% or more, 90%.
You're
Like
referring to
there's,
9/11, right?
yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
where's
that's
all the
oh,
volume? Where's the volume?
there would have been much
They
more
were,
than 15% piled up, man.
I would
Especially
say, yeah.
describing the way that they say it collapsed, a pancake collapse. It wouldn't have done that. It wouldn't have looked like that at all.
You know what it is? It's like if you have a tree and it collapses through the trunk. The strongest part of the building, where it's boxes of steel. You make literally boxes of I-beam boxes from steel and concrete. It doesn't just crush and pulverize. You
No.
know what I mean? If I took that building and I dropped it on top of the other World Trade Center, it wouldn't even do that. Like if I lifted it up
No,
a
it
thousand feet,
couldn't. It couldn't, man.
it would fall off to the side,
Yeah,
right? Because
or
it's
there'd
too
just be a big pile of concrete and metal everywhere, man. I mean, it's just like there was so much concrete and metal in those buildings. It would have just been
how fast
it
did
would
it
have just been a
fall?
huge fucking
9.8.
mound, in the middle of the city.
So okay, you got the 9.8 meters per second, right? What is 9.8 meters if you convert that? That's like 30 feet per second. So if you drop, let's say you drop 2 floors, 20 feet, how much velocity is it going to gain over just 20 feet? When you see a race car slam into the wall at 200 miles an hour, it doesn't pulverize. It has a thin steel roll cage. It doesn't turn to dust. It's hitting at a much higher velocity. This thing
Right.
fell, what, 20, 30 feet? And at what, maybe 30 miles an hour? And it pulverized shit? You know what I mean? It's like, how fast was it traveling to turn it into powder?
That's
I mean, realistically, how fast was it going to crush things into powder? Steel, like steel columns, you know,
well,
and
but
then,
it wasn't traveling at any speed. I mean, every instance of it falling would have met resistance. So it wasn't. It couldn't have been falling that fast. To pulverize
but
everything
even
below it.
if the floor collapsed, let's say like three floors, they say, oh, it blew out these 3 floors and whatever. Okay, if it blew out 3 floors, it's going to fall 30 feet. A 30-foot drop is going to have enough energy. You know, how much momentum did it gain by doing let's say it did free fall for 30 feet or even 40 feet? How much velocity is that? 50 miles an hour? Could it get
Not
up
enough
to
to
50 miles?
pulverize the rest of the freaking building.
What? Never. It never could happen, dude.
No,
And
never.
essentially that first chunk, when you seen the first chunk tipping over, the first chunk of the building that broke, you can't get a
Oh, dude,
perfect
that would have
telescope.
it disappeared before it even really
You know,
hit the rest.
that could not happen.
No, no, it's kind of like no, it would have been like I mean, us
That's
9/11
called,
researchers have looked at this many times, and a lot of people have seen it many times, but they don't really haven't really considered what they're actually seeing. Which is unfortunate, in my opinion. But
it's called asymmetrical collapse. So that means once it's crooked, you know, that one chunk, that big piece, like the top 10 floors broke off and it was falling sideways. That's asymmetrical. You can't get a perfect telescope once you have a crooked collapse. Once that thing went sideways a little bit, no way. That chunk should have fell to the ground. That big chunk that broke off, say it's like 10 floors, that'd be what, 300
right,
foot
and
tall?
the rest of the building would have still been there.
Right,
It was
right. It would,
falling sideways.
right. It's like, not only that, what took out building six? Building six was hollow. Here's a good meme. I got this one meme. It's like a GIF, and it's about I don't know, maybe a 10-story building, and it's made out of steel, and it just rolls over. They tried to collapse it, but this is what really happens when you do that shit. I'm not sure what country this was in, but it's kind of funny. This GIF, they blew out the side of the building, and it's like, won't it just rolls over?
But it ain't funny.
You know,
Hopefully nobody got killed, but yeah.
no, no, that was a planned demolition.
But they
They
looks like
tried
they
to.
messed it up.
Well, they thought, hey, does don't buildings just they pulverize once you drop them a few floors? They thought it would be like 9/11. And
Yeah,
then
and then
this video,
yeah, in that video right there, there's nothing there.
this is the best. If anybody has the capability to back this up, I would recommend you back up this video right here because there's so much information in there, like very, like really important information that it should not be deleted from the internet
I'll
by
go
any
ahead and
means.
post the link in the public chat so people can check it out and back it up, or
Yeah,
take
it's
take time to watch it.
yeah, it's important if you're gonna look into 9/11 that here's like a screenshot from that video. I think it's let me see what minute mark.
Now, is this like Judy Wood stuff, or is it something
Yep,
else?
yep. It talks about her name. It's like things that will get your account deleted from this group. This architects and engineers was set up purely as a controlled op.
Yeah, gatekeepers.
You know, so if you mention any of these words, it's like, wait, that's odd. This is from that movie or that video I just dropped, the documentary. Yeah, World Trade Center 7 that came down at free fall speed. I mean, come on, nothing hit that building.
I
Nothing hit
know.
anything else.
They're like, well, the fires on the there was some fires at the bottom. It's like, come on, man.
You know, and then you got right here just the certain words. I think it's around 48-minute mark of that video ish. And let me go click on it. It tells you all the stuff that you're not allowed to say
Oh, I see.
because the answer is in the question. The answer is in those words that you're not allowed to. It's 48 about 30, 48-minute mark is about the sweet spot. But if you go back a little bit further, the guy was talking about like, hey, I was a member of this group, and I wanted to help. He thought they were a genuine group. He's like, guys, I just found out about this. Like he had found out about directed energy weapons and stuff,
Right.
and he was eager to share this. And he had even paid money to be a member of this group. He gave them like $80. He didn't have to, but it was like a membership. And then, hey guys, let's all pitch in so we could use this money for research. And anyway, he kind of figured it out, and they shut him down. Don't say that. It's like, what? Like, why can't we say it? I mean, we shouldn't dismiss anything, right? We're trying to get to the bottom of this. We should discuss anything.
Or
If
especially
people,
considering, even what what the information they already had, you know, the at least they should be, we should consider, that there's something more. It's not. It was like they're going backwards. I mean, they just want it to be thermate, and that's it. It's thermate.
right. Well, who put thermite in the cars? It's like, wait a minute, who put thermite in these cars in the parking lot? Was that thermite as well? Was it thermite in California? I'm just looking at similarities, dude. It's like we have to be honest here. What's causing this? And then the shit that didn't burn. Ask yourself, why didn't that burn? On 9/11, there was cars and shit, police
And
cars.
passports.
Yeah. How did his passport get outside the airplane? I mean, just shit that nobody really thinks about because it never crossed their mind. To be honest, I think
Yeah.
most people
Well, I
it
mean,
didn't cross my mind.
yeah, not
Like
mine at
I was
first for a
a
while
story
either.
guy for a while, but then I'm like, no, that was definitely bombs. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, definitely some bombs going on. Yeah, she was backtracking Judy Wood, but I think she has autism too. Honestly, she didn't realize she's like Hutchinson. She didn't realize the kind of monster she's dealing with. And if you look at this picture I just sent you from the cars on 9/11, this parking lot, not the parking lot, but the street, the pavement is black. Like the asphalt is black, the cars are melted, and then there's a little tree. We know that tree was there. How does it got all the leaves? Like,
Well, it's like,
why?
I thought the buildings collapsed, and what, the buildings collapsing couldn't have caused that.
Right. Was if there was a heat wave coming down the street enough to melt these cars and burn them down, how did that tree survive?
Right.
It's a little puny ass tree. That thing should be roached. Why is the cement, the pavement, the asphalt, why is it so black? Why is it all melted and shit? And then there's paper. Paper is still white. It's not burned. This is what it looked like in Oklahoma City one. The Oklahoma City thing looked
Right.
just like this. The parking lot was blackened. That silo, look at that fucking thing.
I know. It's like, oops, I tried. Mama
Now that
tried.
fucking
Mama tried.
it should have fucking what do you call that? Telescoped, or pancaked, because it's only concrete, right? You would think it would just go poof.
It looks like it's bricks. some type of concrete bricks, like a form, formation.
But according to 9/11, that thing should have went. It should have went doom doom doom. Because look how much level. Look how tall the part above it is.
No, according to
There's
nine
about,
eleven, they should have blew the top, and then the rest of it would have collapsed.
yeah, like a firecracker went. Looked
Yeah,
like it went from the top down.
yeah.
I'm like that shit. I don't know how they could have done it though. Like the timing, and then like none of the debris is left. There's no toilets. There's no file cabinets. There's nothing. None of the metal appliances. I don't know, man. It's just I'm
Yeah.
gonna resend you that again, the Oklahoma City one, because I think it's way back in the way back. So we'll just send it again because this is the one I wanted to talk about. This one I didn't really dig into too much, but if you look at the center, the picture in the middle,
Yeah.
you could see how it's blackened. See how it's blackened on the what do you call it? The parking lot around the cars.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see that.
Isn't that odd? And then look at the cars how they're burned up on the bottom picture, and then they're smashed. They're all dented up and stuff. And then the top one, or actually the middle one, if you enlarge the middle one, you could see there's a ladder truck right about where the crater. It looks like the truck must have, the most damaged part is off to the left, right? The left, that's the most carved out.
Right.
But then he parked the truck in the middle, because it's deepest there. But look at the uniformity from the 100 feet away at the top floor. It's carved out just as deep as it is at ground level, and there's no crater. Why is there no crater? Like they carried away the debris and they pulled a ladder truck right up there. Like there's no bomb crater. And then the column, if you go to the bottom picture, the last one, look at that column, that concrete column. There's no cracks at all. You know what I mean? Like horizontally, if you push on a concrete beam horizontally, it's very weak in that direction. Vertically, pushing straight down, they're very strong. But pushing sideways, it's not strong. Especially there's no load over it to hold it down. All
Right.
that shear force from the side would have blew it out. That was 10,000 pounds of explosive. That's like a Moab, the mother of all bombs. That's how much explosives they told us it was.
Yeah.
Don't you think that would have just went?
There was a
Yeah,
lone
not
gunman that had shitloads of fertilizer in a router truck, right?
well. See that fire truck is about the same size as that rider, or that U-Haul or whatever he had, right?
Yeah.
That box truck, it's about that long, like a 28-foot or 24-foot box truck. So if you use that, what is it, 50 feet away? Well, it went vertically 100 feet, but it didn't go horizontally the same distance.
Right.
It didn't go. In other words, it should have went 100 feet deep as well, front to back. The front of this building to the rear of this building is not as deep as it is tall. The blast wave should have went through the other side. No, it went straight up and down,
You
nice
know
and
what else is
even.
funny? Testimony from some people that were on the police force there that said the ATF was there within minutes.
Looks like a wedding cake, man. Like someone just
The
sliced through a wedding cake straight up and down, like all the layers. Here, let me
government
start at the
already
top.
knew it was going to happen, man.
And what did they use this for? They went after militias. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like the militias. He's like, hey, let's go after the militias. That
Well,
whole thing
then,
was frivolous,
I mean,
man.
if you do your research on Timothy McVeigh, you'll find out what he. I mean, he was Army Special Ops and shit, man.
Mm, yeah. And the car, like, what didn't his car look like that one that's beat up in the parking lot? He had like a big old clunker like that, like Tim McVeigh. That he was set up, man. He was like they set him up. The
Yeah, I
whole
know.
thing was a setup.
Well, I mean, he may have been in on it. As far as we know, I mean, more than likely he wasn't even near that van when it blew up. He probably didn't even park it there.
I, what I'm saying is what we see the damage here does not indicate an explosive device. Where's the crater?
Right.
Why is the damage? Why it went 100 feet straight up, not an inch more at
No.
ground level?
It
Like
was.
ground level should have been deeper inward. If you zoom in at these columns, they're not even cracked. The bottom picture, you enlarge it. There's other pictures like this too. The columns are fresh. The concrete's not even cracked. It went side to side. It didn't go front to back. It didn't go up. It's like you just got to ask yourself questions, dude. It's 100 feet away, and it didn't. It's not a radial blast. It's like vertical. It's
Right.
not
Right.
a normal bomb makes a crater shape. It
Well,
doesn't
and
look
how
like
did
a crater shape.
the outside, like that middle picture, how did the face of the building right there, everything just disappear from that side? Like, it looks like there would
You
have
know what
been
happened?
windows there.
Pulverized it. Went straight down. It just pulverized it. And then the cars are black, just like we see in 9/11. The parking lot's blackened. And then the cars are smashed
That's
up. Like
crazy.
the metal's even bent. It didn't move the cars. They look like they were just where they parked them. It didn't. In other words, if it was this giant blast wave, it would have moved the cars. They're parked up in nice straight rows. It didn't blow them across the street. It's like they stayed right where they were. The pavement got blackened. People need to investigate this. And that's what I mean. Like if I could figure it out, they should be able to figure it out.
You would think, man. Well, I don't think that, like, they who? The
Well,
authorities?
the people at the crime scene, the FBI, they had to know this shit.
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, what's the name of that film? Oh,
It
there's a
wasn't that the
documentary film.
FBI building. It was the FBI building, I think, the Mira building.
Well, no, it was a federal building. I'm sure there was probably different. There may have been the FBI may have been. They had an office in there, but there was several other. It was just a general federal building. I think it housed many
But
different branches of
it,
the.
he said it was a retaliation for Oklahoma City or no wait the Waco thing. That was the official.
Oh
See
yeah,
now
of
Waco
course.
Waco was fake too, man. Waco. Look at this here. There's there's his tombstone, right? David Koresh, and then here's his grave thing.
Yeah, I was
It
wondering why you
says he
posting
got
that earlier.
33 years old, and look at he's got a Star of David on his tombstone. They were saying he was a radical Christian, right?
Right.
He's not even Christian. Right there says he's a Jew, on his tombstone. He's probably not dead. Oh, he died at 33. Wink, wink.
Yeah, and they're like, well, they could have had him in town. He used to go to town, and they could have apprehended him without all the big drama and everything that happened with the tanks going into the building and everything. It's like, you know. But looking back at some of this stuff that I used to think was real, it's kind of like, I mean, they really demolished a building. I don't know if they killed a bunch of kids or not.
That was another false flag, dude. It's there to make people feel bad, like Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
Like all the poor children.
How dare you? How dare you question it?
Yeah, well, it's
They're
it's
so
also a way to make
insensitive.
like, oh, they're more upset because look, all these innocent children. That's what they always pull children into it. There was a daycare at the bottom floor and at that Oklahoma City thing, and all these children died. Just to tug on people's heartstrings.
Right.
It's rotten, dude.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly. In the Oklahoma City, yeah, there was a daycare. That was the big story. There was a daycare. Timothy McDay didn't care. He wanted to kill the children.
Right.
That. Wish I could remember
Hey, there's somebody.
the name of that documentary film about the Oklahoma City.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a local cop there that was confronted by the FBI, and and he started telling things to the press. This is his testimony anyway. Which, I mean, it's in the news, so you can't really take it for everything. But his testimony was that he started to go public about, like, he was just a few blocks away right after the bombing, and when he got there, there were federal agents already there, like, cordoning off the crime scene and stuff, and there were people screaming, for help, and they wouldn't let rescuers go to help them and stuff like that.
You know what I remember them
And
saying
then
was like,
after he started talking about it, the FBI threatened to kill him. Basically, what he said. I can't
yeah, I
remember the
remember
guy's
them
name.
saying like biggest terrorism event ever was from an American Christian. They wanted to blame this Oklahoma thing on a Christian, an American. But now that we look at it, we're like, wait a minute, this doesn't fit the official story. You know what I mean? Like all the it doesn't fit the
Yeah, they
definition
can
of
pretty much almost say anything on TV, and people just buy it, man.
well, it's happening everywhere, dude. It even happened in Nigeria on a bridge. It's like I don't think anyone's going to be spared, and that's what I'm thinking. It's going to be Operation Bluebeam. Like this is a bridge in Africa. You see that thick black smoke. It's crazy. Did you guys have any questions about flat Earth or new weapons or anything?
Didn't Jose jump in here?
Yeah, he was here for a minute.
He's still in here, man. He needs to talk so I can go take a leak.
Jose, you're in the room. Maybe ask. Let's see who else is in there.
He's
Somebody was
something.
bothering me. Anybody else want to jump in? Yeah, Jose's in here. Somebody got kicked out. He was trying.
Somebody got kicked.
John Adams.
Sorry, guys. I'm eating at the moment. I'm just listening, though.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Level Headed said, well, never thought of Waco being a false flag. I mean, any major event that changes, you know, the
I never did
fabric of
either until
society.
this. I
Yeah.
started putting it together. I'm like, wait a minute. The
Well, you
dude is
got
30.
Clinton and Janet Reno involved. I mean,
Right.
there's no end
Okay.
to the
Let's
deceit.
use a crisis actor. Let's say he's a radical Christian. They wanted to. Their agenda is to make Christians look crazy and radical and dangerous. So let's say he's a Christian. He's in
One,
a cult.
but also he was trying to live off the grid, you know, separate from it. They claimed he was
Right.
like storing up these massive amounts of weapons and stuff.
And it worked. I mean, look
Oh,
at.
it
I
did.
just now thought about. I revisited. I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, he's not a Christian. There's his tombstone, right? He's probably still alive, but he put his real religion on the tombstone. If they said, "Oh, he was a fundamentalist, a radical Jew," they would never do that,
No, they wouldn't do that.
right? Oh, he was a Jewish extremist. Yeah, we wouldn't hear a peep about it if it was real.
No, they
You know
definitely
what I
wouldn't
mean?
do that.
Let's say the same shoe was on the other foot. Let's say he was, what they proclaimed, and say he was Jewish. Do you think you'd ever hear about that story? That would be some bad optics they wouldn't want.
Oh, that wouldn't fly.
No. And that's just part of the thing. It's like, well, who is it that you can't criticize if you want to know who rolls over you? That was interesting. We had some strange people find their way in.
What in the voice room?
Yeah, that one guy Pete. He's always trolling somewhere. I'm like, damn, dude, is this
Oh,
guy
you're talking
following me?
about in the chat?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's like
he's trying to.
we already said that Timothy McVeigh was more than likely, you know, a freaking crisis actor. He wasn't there. It was fake. No, whatever. So, now Charlie, on the
Maybe
other hand, whatever the official story is, he's gonna defend it at all costs.
Charlie.
Yeah,
Dude,
Charlie.
the only thing I don't mind Pete Shea. The only part that like I can't agree with him on is that he says that no one died on 9/11. To me, I mean, dude, I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist, but I don't believe that one. Like that's when I can't
It's
grasp that they were all actors and nobody died on 9/11.
it's hard to believe that the building was empty. You know, you know, somebody had to have died of it. I mean, that was a massive disaster, and they couldn't have had the entire area cleared of everyone. You know, I could be wrong, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter if no one died. There, but most of the other ones, you know, I'm not so sure about.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
the
think it
thing
was
is,
3,000. You know, I can kind of
people
I can meet him
died.
halfway there. You know,
People died from the wars. Like they used 9/11 to take us to war. The Look at all the shit that came out of 9/11. The Patriot Act, the TSA, and the Department of Homeland Security. All three of them are unconstitutional. So they infringed on all of our rights. They sent our guys to die in these fucking wars. They spent billions and billions of dollars, probably trillions. So what was the net result? Why did we do this? Who benefited? It's like I wish we could expose it. I mean, it's difficult like this. Okay, there's what, 13 people here. So it's like we're preaching to the choir. We already know. Like all three of us, probably more of us already know. So the net result is how many new people did we wake up? But it's a process. If we wake up, say 10 of these people never heard of it before, we woke up 10 people. We're doing something positive. We're
well,
not
man,
just sitting around.
we showed a lot of interesting images of that the directed energy weapon. At least the concept of it, or at least it's obvious that it's not a forest fire that caused those houses to just disappear, that Hilton Hotel to disappear, because the trees are still there. It wasn't a forest fire that did that.
Yeah, I
So
didn't know if it was reverbing. Is your sound reverbing?
only when Jose opens his mic. But I think that's just background noise. I think he's doing something. He's somewhere. But no, I'm not
I
getting
could,
an echo.
well, I could see the light coming on when you were speaking. I could see my light coming on. So I didn't know if the people watching this on YouTube are getting feedback because I'll plug in my earphones.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, if it's not, I won't worry about it. But
I think if it was, somebody would have said something in the chat by now. Because
yeah,
going through the OBS, my my microphone is one channel, and then you coming through Discord is through the audio output capture. The way I have it set up, I don't see how it could be echoing unless I had monitoring turn on with the. There's different functions of OBS. I know I have all that turned off, so I don't think it should be echoing unless I have. The other way it could happen is if I have like a watch page unmuted and it's going in the background. So,
what's up, Mikey? This is Mikey
Mikey,
Coffin.
welcome. Got
We're
your
just
wrench,
talking
Mikey.
about. You got any questions? Mikey knows about this. He likes to talk about chemtrails. I got some cool chemtrail pics. A little GIF where the chemtrail comes in, and I caught it on my cell phone. It was a normal airplane, and like 10 seconds later, here came this chemtrail plane just blasting away. And you could see like one of them disappears almost instantly, and the other one just lingers all the way across the sky. That
Yeah,
shit is real, man.
dude, man,
It's
I
strange.
saw a crazy chemtrail. But it was a cloudy day today, but right behind the clouds there was this huge freaking chemtrail, man, just all the way across behind all the clouds. Man,
Okay, here's the top one. You can see like a normal plane and then a chemtrail plane. Tell me there's no difference. It's like, look at that shit. It speeds up because I was filming it, like I was moving the camera down the line, and you could just see it go and go and go.
well, it seems to me a lot of times when I'm observing that the chemtrail planes are a lot lower in the sky. You can tell from that picture right there that plane was a lot lower in the sky, like 10,000 feet, maybe 5 to 10,000 feet lower than the other plane.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know if they both
I've seen
came
it
up.
when I was living in Little Rock. I saw them all the time, and it's like, I mean, I live near an airport, but some of we got chemtrails pretty bad in Little Rock sometimes, and I mean, you could see the freaking plane. I mean, it wasn't like a little dot in the sky. It was like you could tell it was a lot lower, and it was just. I've seen some crazy ass chemtrails in Little Rock, man.
Look at the one where there's like 5 chemtrails, and then they're crisscrossing. There's like 2 X's. There's like 4 rows in a straight line, and then he goes across. I mean, look at that pattern. It speeds up really fast, but because it was a GIF, but they were spraying the shit out of me like that. You know, like the second one, that second GIF. Look how
Yeah.
many rows they were hammering us. And it went from like a nice warm day, like 75 and sunny, to the next day like 40 degrees and rainy.
Yeah, there's like
The
a
day after.
lot of mornings, even where I live now. It's 3 hours northwest of Little Rock, where I used to live. So there's some mornings where it would be a clear blue sky, except for the chemtrails. It would be.
They ruin it, man. Like all winter, I haven't seen the sun, but a handful of days. They come across and spray the shit out of us, and the weather gets all like overcast and shitty.
It's not chemtrails, it's contrails, man. It's contrails. It's like, you're right.
Okay, there's a contrail. Okay, the first picture,
Yeah, the
normal
first picture,
airplane.
that's a
Yeah.
contrail.
Well, that first GIF, you can see the normal plane. It's just really briefly. Watch it when it restarts. Right there, little airplane. It's got a short string,
Right.
and then this fucking monstrosity. Yeah, they should just dissipate like that. They call it geoengineering. Speaking of that, where is Geo? Is he gonna drop in? Is Mikey? You could drop in here, Mikey. We got it open if you come in the gold.
Yeah, we're in the gold plus. Anybody that's in the Discord, it's got gold.
Yeah, you
gold
could
plus.
tell people to drop in if they want.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do it there. Just to
Eh,
so anybody
If
can
anyone
come in.
could, like,
I mean,
participate,
people might be just coming into the Discord, don't even know we're doing this live stream, so I might need to
or
post
you
it
could
again or
watch
something.
the YouTube. Let's see what we get more numbers on YouTube. Give it a thumbs up. Let's see if we could get it trending. Try and get 100 people. It's hard to get 100 people watching. I gave it a thumbs up. Let me see. Hey, did you see Russian Bits? He went after Dell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was why are they always beeping, man? He's always going after somebody.
Well, I just thought he can do whatever he wants to do. I just didn't understand why after he made that video and then Dell went live that he was talking about it, and then Russian Viz he tried to go on the show and talk to Dell after he made that video. I was like, man, what do you think he's gonna talk to you after you make that video? I wouldn't talk to him if he made a video about me like that.
You know what? Now I can go on YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now. So let me see. Let me see if I can post a link in the chat.
You should, if you haven't.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it works. Cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you have a wrench, so yeah.
Right on.
Wait.
What's up, Jay? See, now I can watch it in real time. There's no delay. Actually, wait. I don't know if it is delayed. Oh yeah, I'm way delayed. I'm like a minute behind. I don't even know what that's going on.
Yeah, this is. I don't know. I mean, I was talking about doing it through Hangouts earlier. We might try it with Hangouts another time, or something, or maybe if we can figure out how to do the Discord call and the screen sharing or whatever, and we can see it at the same time. And I'll figure it out.
This works all right because all I can do is I got my phone over there, and then I got my tablet here, and it's like, okay, turn the volume off. This is cool. Even I can get in the YouTube chat if I wanted to show stuff to you guys here. But yeah, you can link it up for me anyway. So it's kind of redundancy.
Well, that's all right, man. It's the first time, man. We're just trial and error.
Yeah, where's Watchmaker, dude? Is he into the chemtrails a lot?
Oh, Watchmaker. I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, you know what? You see people like even Hans. I haven't seen Heinz or Hans for a minute.
Yeah, where's Hans been?
Well, they get caught up with their own thing, People.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sometimes you need a break from it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I do. I definitely take my breaks sometimes.
You know what's funny? I went on what was it, Patriot Soapbox on their Discord. There was like 8 people in their Discord. It was lame as fuck, and I think 5 of them were moderators, and there was like 4 regular people in the voice chat, and no one was speaking. I'm like, hello, is anyone here? And then I waited like about 20 seconds, and someone says, oh hi, so I start talking with them like, well, what's going on? I wanted to get hear what's going on with this QAnon and stuff, because I seen David Zublik. He said there's going to be mass arrest, and the Clintons are going down, but it's going to take about 2 years, 2 fucking years to go through all this. I'm like, dude, you lost me. It's like, what's their thing? Why won't they publicize it? Let me see. I'll go get the David Zublik faggot.
Hey, I'm gonna have to take a few minutes break, man.
Go ahead. I got this.
All right, cool.
I could still talk. I could talk to everyone, right? It should work. I'll carry the torch while you're gone, dude. Go take a piss. So anybody, let's see, David Zublik. Oh yeah, the military. They found a notebook. Let me send you guys a link. I'm just gonna post it in the YouTube because it's the same difference. So I'm gonna go back there. Give me 1 second. It's a little bit tricky because I can't do things like can't be in 2 windows at the same time. So I gotta leave one and come to the other. Yeah, I know, dude. Those guys in Patriot Soapbox are a bunch of cucks. Went in there and they like everyone's like immediately all over me. They're like shilling for like Israel and stuff. Because he's like, I was talking about the Federal Reserve, and then he brings up some kind of anti-Semitism bullshit. I'm like, oh really? So now the Federal Reserve is off limits. So what's up? Hey Mikey, how's the weather been by you? It was nice, and then we got this shitty weather. Where are you guys from? Where are you from, Jay Salvatore? You guys from the United States? We have a British guy in here. I don't know if he's still with us. There was the judge. Is the judge still here, Mr. Judge? That was the David Zublik video I just posted, and it's like, oh, we found a notepad, and there's going to be high level arrest, but we have to keep it secret. I'm like, well, why are they keeping it secret? Like, people need to know about this shit. If we're going to clean it up, you can't do this shit in secret. Yeah, I know the weather sucks, dude. Oh, the judge. Oh, cool. You're still here. My sound is low. Let me. Oh, wait a minute. If I turn it up, if I don't want to get feedback into the system, is it any better? Let me go on Discord for a minute. See if I can adjust it. My output. Somebody just sent me. What is it? Got a DM here. Give me 1 second because I'm trying to set my volume. He said my volume was too low.
I'm back.
Back. Hey, does my volume seem okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
I've got my volume all the way. My output. He said it was low. One of the guys.
I can turn it up here so they can hear you better. Hold on.
He said sound is low. Probably he meant mine because you were away for a minute. Oh no, you got Q-tards over here. Oh, that's no good.
Q-tards.
I was a Q-tard. I was for a while, and I'm like, I'm not seeing any results. I'm not gonna keep like shilling for this. I need to see results. If you want to be a cheerleader, that's your thing, but it's like, show me some fucking results. Don't keep putting the carrot in front of my face, and so I could chase it like a fucking donkey. So I moved on. I'm like, you know what?
Well, and it's like, I mean, some of the the documents that they want you're supposed to review and find out all the information. I mean, it's so extensive. You know,
It was old news. It was really old news. Talking about MK Ultra
well,
from the
that's
60s.
what I figured out. Yeah, that's what I figured out when I started reading it. I was see what people were talking about. I was like, oh, that's kind of for like people that are just kind of figuring this shit out. You know, this is why you see like Republicans out there wearing QAnon t-shirts.
We got our Christian friend, Mr. Bible Literalist. That's pretty much what happened with me, man. That made me a believer, flat Earth. I know Helio has different opinions, but we're still friends. Like we all have our different path in life,
Hey.
you know, and we don't. And I like
that's
that.
Paula. That's Ms. Bible Literalist. Paula.
Miss Paula, how you doing, Miss Paula?
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, I mean, I get along with it. Like even everybody who's a flat earther, we all get along, even if we have different opinions about some of it. It's a big family.
Exactly. Well,
Hey,
we all
hey,
have something to
gentlemen,
learn from each other.
What up,
watching the
Rick?
stream. What's up, man? What's up, everybody? I just want you to know the stream's great. It might be a little better if I think Helio, if you can adjust the volume just a little bit more, 10%, 15%, 20, I don't know.
Let me check.
Both of you are a little low.
I just is my microphone sound loud enough or?
Yeah, both of you are a little low. I think it's the overall volume.
Okay.
Oh, the OBS.
Yeah,
Well,
both of you sound good. I think like the overall volume is a little low.
I'll do that. I adjusted my microphone because when I listened to some of the streams from the other channel, I was so much louder than everybody else. So mine, I just did that. So hopefully it's a little bit better now. Should be because it's peaking out
your
now.
mic is good and his mic is good, but all the volume is a little low.
It should be good now. We're both peaking out now, like right up in the red now.
Gotcha.
See if it bumped up a little bit, Riggs.
All right, yeah, I'll head back. I'm actually working. I'm sorry. I'd love to join you guys, but I can listen on the Bluetooth, so I'm gonna keep doing that. I posted the link on Facebook, letting everybody know.
I thought you were gonna say that the stream was great, except for just get my damn ugly face off the camera.
Dude, yeah, your face is I mean, I'm not gay, but it's looking pretty good, man. Ron, we should get you on a cam too.
Yeah, I'm not here to fame fag.
That's not what I'm doing either.
That's fair, man. All right, I'll catch you guys in a bit. I'll watch the stream.
All right, bro. Appreciate it.
All right.
Oh, where were we? We were talking about.
Look at me. Look at me.
You know, what's funny is I'm not a fan of looking at myself. I actually can look at myself more than I can actually listen to myself back on like some of these live streams and stuff that I do. I never go back and listen to my own voice. I can't stand to hear myself back. I need to get over that. But.
Well, you've got other things to do. You've got like all the screens with the videos and stuff going on.
I'm talking about after the stream's done, me going back and listening to the show and hearing myself talk. I don't know what it is. I can't stand it.
No, you got a good voice, dude. You sound like a talk show radio host.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'll get over it.
Actually, no, you sound like a professional radio host. Honestly, that's what I would like to do.
Well, I think if we continue to do this, it'll become more natural and we'll gain confidence and be able to do it right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of like tonight is kind of it's kind of like just we just throwing ourselves out there and see what happens. You know, it's like we can talk all day to each other on in private, but doing a live stream it's cool. So I appreciate everybody that showed up.
Yeah, sometimes we get a little low because it's like we need something like some new stuff to share. Let me see what I got. And we don't want to keep having the same stuff like, hey, we're going to do this again tomorrow.
Well,
that's about the same thing.
That's why.
Yeah, we'll change it.
That's why, like I was trying to say, hey, send me stuff during the week so that when we do, and you just like started, like right before we went live, you started spamming a whole bunch of shit. I was like, what are we? Oh, I guess we're talking about directed energy weapons. Because I didn't know. I didn't get to look over your material before we started, so I didn't.
Well, it's interesting.
So we're gonna have to have a little better planning, It's like, man, we're gonna do this again Wednesday or Thursday. Start sending me stuff like tomorrow, so we can like talk about it before I can review it, and then we can, you know, do a little research on it before we go live.
Dude, he's
Maybe find some new articles or something that maybe you hadn't come across, so that we, you know.
Actually, yeah, I do got an article here I want to share with you guys. It's
Cool.
it's about directed energy weapons. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's good just going with by the seat of your pants. Like,
well,
okay,
I know. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't know. I can be. I mean, it doesn't matter. That's why, you know, because I know you got the gift of gab, so I was like, I'm just hoping to bounce off of you, man.
yeah,
It's
don't
all
worry
on
about
you,
it.
Ron.
Like,
it's all on you, brother.
there's two of us here, and sometimes Riggs or Jose, they'll pop in. We got our boys in the chat.
Well, and hopefully once everybody realizes what we're doing, they'll you know, if we do it this way, like they'll be able to jump in anytime, you know, if everything's going good, or if they have an opinion on something that we're talking about, that'd be great.
And if we get it like ahead of time, like if we know, like, okay, guys, we're going live at 9:00, then people can know what to expect.
Yeah, I don't think most people even knew we were going to do this tonight, but I kind of
no.
I mean, you're talking about, man, we need 100 people watch this. Like, man, that ain't going to happen the first time we go live.
We had 17, between 14, 17. It moves around. That's okay. Cool. Oh, yeah, here's that article. Find that. Yeah, originally when you're starting out, we got to get an interesting show together.
Yeah. So
we're I got something for you guys. I got something interesting for you guys. Jimmy, I'm digging it up. Some of these mud flood buildings are really interesting, but I had some Star Trail pictures that are really cool. That, you know, what's creepy, dude, is the 1961 footage, how real, like, it looked. You know what I mean? It looks just like what's happening right now. The same shit. Here's that article. This is the Guardian newspaper. They reported it, that it was, they used the words directed energy weapon, laser weapon. And this is a mainstream media, Guardian.
Good pop up. Yeah, cool. Now I just freaking use the screens. All right, so we got only bones and fragments.
Yeah. People were vaporized, dude. Literally vaporized. Terrible.
Wasn't that a Plain Truth was talking about how he was driving through and saw, you know, they'd have like numbers on the side of the car of people that were, or whether the car had people in it or not. And
oh yeah, I got one from a Plain Truth. There was 50,000 people missing. I'll get you guys some mud flood links too. Let me do the 50,000 people one. I think I already posted it, but I'll post it again. If you guys want to if you want to put like a link so they can click on it and they can watch it later. He went through, it's got numbers, population numbers and stuff. He said between 20 and 50,000.
Yeah, I'll try to, when you bring up links and stuff, I'll try to drop them in the chat too for people to look up themselves.
Oh, I could drop it too. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm in your chat.
Well, yeah. It's kind of easier for me. I mean, I already have.
I just popped it.
I got a bunch of tabs and windows open, so sometimes it's kind of.
Yeah, I'm doing double duty here. Let's see. I just did that. Now, these guys want to see mud floods? Let me get some mud floods.
HC. Yeah, use some of your music at the beginning of the stream, buddy. Good stuff.
That's cool. Get up in here. Make the show more interesting.
Jump in.
Jump on in.
I'm not sure if he's gold or not, but if he.
Maybe he can't. Maybe he's just browsing.
Yeah. Well, either way.
Like Riggs is probably driving. He's like, all right, let me see what these guys are talking about.
If you want to join MIDI, let me know. Is this for? No, I'm not going to show that. Never mind. Changed my mind. So we're talking about investigators scoured wreckage left by the most destructive fire in Californian state records on Sunday in search of remains of the dead, as the death toll in and around the destroyed town of Paradise reached 29. The toll for the state was 31, after 2 people were confirmed to have died near Los Angeles. The campfire grew to 111,000 acres on Sunday. The campfire. Why do they call it the campfire? Grew to
Because
111,000 acres on Sunday. Remains at 25% containment. When's this article from?
The Guardian?
Date on
Not
it.
that long ago.
Well, they're saying death toll of 29. And we know it's quite a bit more than that.
Oh, it's much higher than
More
that.
than 50,000 people remain under evacuation, about 1,300 of whom are staying in shelters. No new evacuation orders have been issued since Saturday, but authorities advise that residents remain vigilant as a red flag warning remains in place through to Monday morning due to high winds. I'm not sure about this. The date on that. It doesn't have they usually have a date at the top. What the hell's wrong with them? Why wouldn't they put a date?
I'm just going to drop the links, Helio, because I'm at it right now. Yeah, keep reading that article. That was good shit.
I'd like to get in context. I mean, I wonder what part of how this was happening. Let's see.
My friend sent it to me. My friend Shoni. I wanted to get her on here. She's got a nice voice.
Sweet. That's good to me. See, they're giving days like Monday, Saturday. I'd like to know if it's like a couple weeks old or if it's.
No, let me get you the date. Hold on. I got
looking at the dang.
I'll see when she sent it to me.
Oh, here we go. Monday. Yeah, that's 12th of November. That's what it says. Wait, no, that's another article.
I'll see when she sent it. That'll
man. What? Usually a big article like this would have a date right at the top, but it doesn't. Everybody's looking at
November 11th. November 11th is when I got it from her.
Oh, so it is. It's a couple months old.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
But there's a big discrepancy, from there's how many people take 25 or 50, but there's upwards of 50,000 people unaccounted for. Can't find them on
they're
Facebook.
Displaced. They remain under evacuation. They're just displaced. Now, as far as let's see, more than 50,000 people remain under evacuation. About 1,300 of whom are staying in shelters. So 1,300 are staying in shelters, but what about the other 46,700? Or 47,700? Yeah, no, 48,700. Where are they at?
That's what I'd like to know.
No evacuation orders have been issued since Saturday, but authorities advise that residents remain vigilant as a red flag warning remains in place through to Monday morning due to high winds and low humidity. And in Paradise, they weren't even allowed to go back. Nobody's really allowed to go back, as far as I can tell so far. I know that.
Yeah, dude, that was genocide, bro. It's sad, like nobody cares. Like all that shit that happened, it's like those QAnon fags. It's like, really, dude? You guys won't talk about that? Trust the plan. I'm like, well, what is the fucking plan? He goes, go read the drops. Okay. Why don't you boil it down? That's why I'm here.
Yeah, just give me a breakdown here. I mean, if you're so excited about it, just like break it down for me.
You're in here. They're the one in there every day in and day out. When they come in on my Discord, I tell them what's going on because I know I've been here doing this shit every day and I know what's going on and I try and break it down so I'm not wasting their fucking time. I would have went and done the research myself. Here, let me go read the drops. I don't got time to read that bullshit every day. He's on like Q post 6 Gorillion, and there's nothing. Right. What has happened 6 Gorillion posts later? Oh, there's 70,000 sealed indictments. Yeah, and What's the result of those 70,000 indictments? Nothing.
Right. We don't.
Not a fucking thing.
Haven't seen any major article or any. I mean, who's been indicted? What are they talking about? 70,000.
Well, 70,000 anonymous people that no one knows who the fuck they are.
Right. It's like,
70,000 nobodies. Let me see if I can post something for you.
70,000 nobodies that are important people that are.
Like, did you see Jeb's fucking face at the funeral? Look how shocked he was. Okay. Well, guess as far as I know, Jeb is still walking around, right? All of these people are still walking around. Oh yeah, this is the little poem I wrote. I changed it a little bit.
Oh,
I changed the second verse. Remember we were talking about that?
yeah.
I used okay. I went oy vey, it's okay to be goy. Oy vey, it's okay to be goy. I used the oy vey twice in the second verse.
Right.
Is MIDI is a lyricist and you're the beat maker. Helio was gonna make a song out of this.
Yeah, I've kind of got an idea for it. I just haven't sat down and messed with it yet.
We were talking about a song or a poem I wrote. There's the lyrics for it, or the verses.
I'll scroll down slow so everybody can read it. The cattle know, they run the show. The more we work, the more we owe. We're born a slave and forced to serve. The beast of Satan, the Federal Reserve.
It's in there, Riggs. We posted the poem right there. Shakespeare got nothing on me, Judge. Truth bombs. Dude, it does read like a song.
Yeah, it does.
You know what? How should we do like a verse chorus, like 2 verses and then a chorus?
You have several. I mean, you could make at least 2 verses out of those. Like the first 2 lines would be the chorus, and then or the first 2 phrases would be the chorus, and then you could have.
Yeah, you could get it in.
You could do at least 2 verses out of it.
Well, each one is a verse, isn't it? You got a chorus. The chorus is the first one. You know, like oy vey, it's okay to be goy. That's like the chorus, right? You could have both of those put together.
Yeah, both of those put together as one as the chorus, and then like the first 2 phrases, like the cattle know they run the show. The more we work, the more we owe. We're born a slave and forced to serve. Beast of Satan, the Federal Reserve, and you have like a little musical breakdown and come back in with the chorus again, or the first time, you know, depending on how.
There's enough for 3 minutes song, right?
Oh yeah, at least.
Yeah, because right from beginning to end, it tells a story.
Especially when I put a guitar solo in there.
Oh, he wants you to sing it, Helio. Riggs wants you to sing that shit.
Look, I mean, I don't have I don't.
First, we got to put it together, though, Riggs. We don't have it really put together. Like,
I think it'd be more. I'm thinking more of something like Rage Against the Machine type thing.
We could do it like that. I think we got to move the pieces around a little bit. Like, okay, we're gonna do this. Sing this part as the chorus. These 2, maybe shorten it. You got to play it out because sometimes it might sound too long. You got to adjust a word here, a word there. It doesn't fit with the music.
Yeah,
you think that would be
like a kind of a shouty kind of thing, kind of like Rage Against the Machine, but there will be some singing too, but like some on the chorus,
punk rock.
Like the first oy vey won't be like, it's like going to be like an echoey thing with just like a
reverb.
More than one person. Well, it'd be like more than one voice and different like harmonies with it. Oy vey, it's okay.
Yeah. Like okay, the second.
vey.
Your background vocals. Let's say you hit it, oy vey, and then I hit it the second one, oy vey. We both hit it.
Yeah, like the first part is just like a held out kind of like oy vey. And
well, that's
somebody
like, to work around.
yeah, this is something that's already been in my brain since we were talking about it last time. So.
There's enough here to work with, man. I think, and it would be such a great song, dude, because Sway Guevara, he made a song like this, but it was really lame. He just said, the goyim no, the goyim no, the goyim no, the goyim no. He said that like 50 times, and then he put in a few extra little phrases and shit. You know what I mean? It wasn't very creative. It wasn't like this. This one's got a lot of magic, man. I'm surprised I wrote it so fast. I'm like, it just wrote itself.
You say you got up in the morning and it was just in your mind and you started writing it down.
The first line, like, actually, like, oy vey, and then I had like, it's okay to be goy. You know, I'm like, that rhymes. Oy vey, so oy, the goy. I'm like, this sounds good. You know, like, remember the "it's okay to be white" meme? That's what gave me the idea. I'm like, it's okay to be goy. You know what I mean? And then I put the oy vey because I'm always rhyming shit. Yeah, I think the punk rock one, like a Blitzkrieg bop. You know what I mean? Blitzkrieg bop type thing. Oy vey, and they say oi, oi, like TNT. Oi,
right.
oi.
Exactly. Yeah, that's something I'll have to work on this week, man.
Yeah, man, I want to hear your version. Like, impress me with it. We'll put it up on YouTube. Put it on a backup channel in case it gets strike. You're not really, nobody's being named except the Federal Reserve, right?
Oh, I don't care anyway.
See, that's what they were going after me, like the Patriot soap fags. Patriot soap fags were like, oh, you criticized. Where did I mention the Jews? Read it again. Did I mention the Jews? Anywhere?
I don't see
Anywhere?
any Jews in there.
Oh, so you're protecting the Federal Reserve, are you? That's what I said to him. He was really triggered. Like the faggot, the fucking mom.
Oh, you read him your poem? Or you sent it to him?
I posted it, and he was all triggered. He's like, take that down. We're not about that. I'm like, about what? Why are you defending the Federal Reserve? I'm not, are you defending Admiralty law, UCC law? Are you defending that? I thought you guys were about exposing it.
You know, it's funny. A lot of people, like, they just see the goy word and they associate you with just being just totally anti-Semitic or something, which is that's not the case.
What about a black man if he used the word nigger? He said, and he's like, I'm calling out the people calling me that. The people calling us a goy are the racist. So it's
they're the ones that's racist. I mean,
they're calling us cattle. That's why the first line, the cattle know.
Oh well, man.
He said, do it in drop C.
Drop C.
Drop C. All right.
I don't know if I can tune my guitar that low, but.
Oy vey, oy vey. Yeah, the punk rock one sounds good, man. I'm down for anything, man. I think Helio's creative. He'll come up with something.
It's fun. There's this badass song in my head that it's called "Believe Your Own Eyes," and that's kind of what I had the idea to call this "Believe Your Own Eyes." Just like you can believe your own eyes, you don't have to believe the sun's 93 million miles away because it's obviously not. You can look in the sky until it's right there in the sky. And so
that's like a country song. Don't believe your lying eyes. I did not have sex with that woman. Don't believe your eyes. I did not have sex. Well, how did your jism get on her dress? Could you please explain how? Well, Bill was jerking off, and Monica came in with a large pepperoni pizza, and he surprised her, and he jizzed all over her dress.
And a cigar. Don't forget.
Oh yeah. I dropped my cigar, and it went in her vagina. She had her legs spread, and how did it get in there? It tastes good.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I think we're getting raunchy.
That's all right, man.
This is what is it? Midnight. So yeah, we're getting a little raunchy, guys. We lost a few viewers. Let's
hey,
get it back on something.
I'd like to, for us to, continue this at least a couple times a week, maybe 2-3 times a week, and the people that come to listen to us, I'd like to have their input on what they want us to talk about, because if I know what to look for, that's why I asked you. If you're like, hey, I want to talk about this next time we talk, then I'll start doing research, finding articles, and then we'll be able to present, have a presentation and go back and forth. I mean, we just kind of like off the cuff tonight, but in the future, I'd like to hear, get feedback from the viewers and also from you, so we can have a little more focused discussion. I only want these streams to last like 2 or 3 hours at the most.
We did 2 hours, right? We've been on about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people we can go back on Discord. I think we lost interest.
Well, that's cool, and I can go back in there, and I'll have to adjust some of my settings. I mean, Ron, you sound like, dude. I've been to these. I've done live streams on my channel. It's usually about 11 to 15, 20 at the max. So it's not. It seems like you're getting frustrated because you've been watching too much Owen Benjamin, and you're just jealous. People watch this, but if they know we're here, it's gonna take a little bit of time, and
well, I mean,
I'll get better and you'll get better. That's why I wanted to have a more planned, structured idea. But
like if people are like tired of watching it, like I'm tired of watching it. So
well, that's why I only want it to be like 2 hours or something, and then we'll promote the Discord. And more than likely, I'll go ahead and if the Discord's active right now, if there's people in there talking, I'll go ahead and change my settings on here and go live on the other channel. But yeah, I just wanted this. This is just an experiment, but also, man, I enjoy our conversations, and I think that we bounce the ideas off of each other well, and this is our maiden experience here. We're just like breaking the champagne bottle on this, but I think that it
or if
could
we
be
had
something.
more people, if we had a couple more people to share ideas and whatever.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We tried to, but yeah, once they know we're here and we're going to open the platform, then maybe they're busy tonight. I don't know, man. It's Monday, so maybe it's not a good night to do it.
Yeah, if we had other people, like other members coming in, they'll give us stuff to talk about. Sometimes they'll come up with something and they're like, "Oh, I got an idea."
Well, if that's not the case, I mean, if we're going to go ahead and do it, we should have at least 2 hours worth of material. We've already shared like articles and videos with each other. Hey, let's talk about this. We can fill up 2 hours easy that way. So then, if we want to go another hour, we can say, hey, we're going to invite people on or take phone calls, and stuff like that. That's so.
Yeah, I could go 2 hours, 2 and 3 hours. I do on like 24/7. We're on there all the time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about like, either way, this is just an experiment. I mean, I think, I don't know, man. We'll talk about.
What do you normally get on a live stream?
It's about like what it is tonight.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe we'd get like 50 people or something.
I think we can. But
actually, like, right, if you had this going when Lift the Veil, when he was streaming, I could have got like the spillover. We could have easily had 50 people.
I did start it when he was on there, and you were like, "Oh, he's on there. Let me." And I'm not going to just sit here.
Well, I mean, yourself, like if you had you and Riggs, just say you and Riggs, or
there was nobody in here. I was like, I started it, and then you were like, "Oh, I'm over at Lift the Veil," and I was like, "Well, the fuck, I just started the stream."
I was trying to get people, like I was in the moderator seat, so it's like I could share the link. Well, and he was going off air, so we could get the people. It's like, hey, he's going off air. You want to hang out on YouTube if you don't have not Discord. He goes on the Twitch. He streams on Twitch after for about a half hour, and he'll talk about more controversial things. To be honest,
Ron, I feel like you're very optimistic about getting people to to come over, but they have to have something, you know, to watch.
What I'm saying
They have to
is,
have, you know, something to watch. You know what I'm
he
saying?
gets 1,000 people. He gets 1,000 people watching his show. You know, between 500, 600, sometimes 1,000, sometimes 2,000, and he has like 60,000 subscribers. But sometimes he'll pull 2,000. Usually it's between 500 and 1,000. So let's say we could even pull 100 people from that crowd of 1,000, or even 50. Say we could get 50. Hey, come on over, guys. You can hang out with
Well,
us.
even if they did
And
come over, they better, you better keep them captivated, or else, you know, that's they're
well,
not going to
they
stay.
captivate themselves in the chat. Like the chat
I know
is the
that's.
conversation.
I know.
When you get
That's what.
when you get 50 or 100 people, they're talking amongst themselves, and they're just like passively, you know, like on Lift the Veil, half the time the conversation is on something else other than what he's talking about. There's like 700 people, and we're talking about something like flat Earth, and he's talking about like
Well,
something
I would
that
just say
happened.
don't be discouraged just because there was what you might
I'm
consider
not.
low
I thought
viewership tonight, because
I'm not discouraged at all. I thought
everyone
maybe
that's here tonight will be here next time, and then they'll invite other people the next time. I mean,
I just thought maybe they tuned out, like they had, you know, like
no,
okay,
they're listening, man. I mean, yeah, so it's cool, man. And but like I said, it'd be better if I kind of knew. I didn't even know about that you wanted to talk.
Judge,
Go ahead.
the judge followed us from Lift the Veil.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Oh, cool.
He said he's weird like that. He says.
No, it's not weird, man. You're supposed to go around and find out what people are talking about on YouTube. That's, you know.
See, on Nathan's chat, when it gets going fast, if we had let's say we got a couple more people, if he brought some of his friends, and Shoney's cool. She's one of the mods there. If some of those people came over here
Well, who was
and
that
joined us.
on the other video? I already deleted that other video because it was like a minute and a half. But I saw you. There was somebody that would comment on that video, said
You
they came from
done that, dude. You should have left it up, because I said, look, come to the they were gonna come. That was the only link they had. So they go there and they click on your channel and see, okay, here's the live stream. This one's not it, but here's the
well, see, I thought you, well, whatever. It'll work out.
it was just it was a way.
Dude, man, we
Okay,
got plenty.
yeah.
This is the first time, man.
Next
We'll
time,
figure it out.
Here, next time, be ready to go live. Just like, okay, let's keep it, you know, maybe on a weekend or something. It's like, oh, just keep something open. Like, oh yeah, let's go live. Like, okay, he's going live. Let's go live after him and see if we could pull some of the audience. And then maybe they'll be regulars. Maybe like they'll tune in, like, oh, I really like this Helio show, and they'll come stay here for an hour, you know, or whatever.
Yeah, man.
I'm
optimistic, man.
It's just, you know, it's the way we just have fun hanging out in the chat, and they're just looking for a lot of people like this guy here. He said he's an insomniac, looking for another place to hang out. They don't necessarily care what the conversation is. We could talk about all this shit, about the QAnon stuff, like the yellow vest. That's what he was talking about today, the yellow vest movement. There was a guy, he was an ex-boxer, and he was kicking their ass. Like the police in the riot gear, he was kicking his ass with his bare hands. You want to see the video?
Some shit going on in Paris, man. That place is pretty much blown up, man. I don't even know what to think about that shit, man.
Let me show you the video. Cilantro made a video about it. It was pretty funny. The guy was like an ex-boxer, and he put some like Batman or superhero like punch moves to it. It was hilarious. You know, he's like whack, whack. Puts like a sound effect to the punches. This is my friend Cilantro. He's in our Discord.
Yeah, I bet that last verse of your thing, that's probably what pissed him off, man, honestly.
The Goyim no?
No, the game is over for the final blow for the spawns of Satan, because the Goyim know.
I think that's genius, dude.
I know, I do too, but I mean, it wasn't addressing, you know, directly the thing, but yeah.
You know what you got to do? Not HelioSkeptic is one word. I couldn't find it either.
What? No,
I couldn't.
I can't change
on
that
YouTube
now. I can't change it.
I put HelioSkeptic 2 words, and it didn't show up in the search results.
Oh yeah, it has to be one word.
why did I put 2 and I couldn't find you? So
That's because it's one word.
I get it, but you're invisible on YouTube.
Well, I tried to find Ron Sheckleson on YouTube and I couldn't find it. I thought you deleted your account.
No, we're talking about the yellow vest, Riggs. Stop talking about the show and do the show.
I know. Hey, this is our first run, Riggs, man.
We're just flying by the seat of our pants, man. We're not pros. We're just like some YouTube boobs, man. And it's actually fun. If you get a live stream with like a lot of people, it just carries. That's, you know, that girl, what's her name? Becky from Australia. She could carry this chat all by herself.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, this is, yeah. I mean,
let me see if she's there. Let me see if she's there. And she's like, she's like perky like that. She'll light this chat up all by herself.
I mean, she can't come in here unless we move her up here. So
no. She is in on YouTube. She goes on YouTube and stuff. I was seeing if she was in the chat, and she hangs out in the lobby. Like if I give her a link to the YouTube, let's see.
I'm just saying she can't click on this voice chat and join because it doesn't show up in her thing.
No, but she can go on YouTube and chat. That's what she likes.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about
our YouTube needs more viewership, like the viewership and participation with the people on YouTube. She could gives it some life, dude. It's fun when it's moving the chat.
Well, I probably should go ahead and post it again in the Discord so people know we're new people that just came in know we're doing a live stream. So
let me see. HelioSkeptic. It keeps taking away my upvote, dude. I gave it an upvote and YouTube keeps busting it.
Oh, on your phone? The like
button? On my tablet. My tablets keep taking me over.
Every time I go back to a video on YouTube and I've already liked the video, it just shows that I didn't like it, but I know I did. So I don't know if that's really accurate. It does the same thing on my phone. So.
Yeah, I'm sending her.
I'll go ahead and share it again in the Discord.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Mr. Bong.
What up? I thought you guys fell asleep in here.
Dude. Yeah, we're just doing a little practice run on YouTube, trying to share things.
Oh yeah, cool.
New idea for a show on my channel.
A show, wow.
Yeah, me and Ron, you know, we'll be co-hosts and invite people to. We'll bring up subjects and then invite people to come in and share if they want to, and that's pretty much the idea so far. Maybe it'll grow from here. I don't know. It's kind of a new thing. What you been up to, man?
Oh, nothing. Just I'm all over the place, you know.
Oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, we're live on YouTube right now on my channel.
Oh.
Yeah, we're doing a live stream.
Yeah, we're doing a live stream from the gold.
We stream all the time, so it's like no big deal, you know.
Well, I didn't know if Bong knew. He probably just saw us up here and was like, "Hey, what's up?" But yeah, we're doing a live stream from here.
Are you guys live now?
Yeah, I just posted it in the voice in the lobby.
Oh, cool. I'll check it out.
And you're on the live stream, Bong. You better stay here.
You're famous.
You're famous for 13 people watching.
What's up? 13 people. Illuminati confirmed.
No, we need 33, man. We got to get it up to 33.
Definitely need to get it to 33. Definitely need to get it to 33. 33 people watching.
So how does it work? Or just the two of us in here and then we chat with them out there?
You could text. You could text in the
link
YouTube,
and you'll see how it works.
Or you could text. Yeah, YouTube. You got to go on YouTube chat to text.
It works the same way as my other live stream. It's just you're in this room talking to everyone talking to us instead of talking to everyone in the big live stream channel.
I just said yo.
Yo. Oh, hey. I'm gonna have to wrench you up there, Ghost Nation.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, this is something me and Ron are trying. You know, there'll be changes, of course, with the format and the format and the function of this entire thing. I'm not liking the way this OBS. Back. Oh shit! Wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button. There we go. Oh. Did you read?
I'm just gonna send some people invites.
Hey Bong, did you read? Did you read Ron's little poem he made?
Poem?
Poem? The poem?
Yeah, it was cool.
It is cool, isn't
Yeah,
it?
man.
I'm gonna make
It
it
would
into
make
a
a
song.
good song.
You're a poet and didn't even know it.
No, I didn't know it.
He knew it.
I've known it. I've made many poems, Bong.
Oh, you are a poet, and you did
Yeah.
know it. Yeah, dude.
I've made 100 poems and songs and stuff. I do a lot of writing.
You got a channel?
Yeah, but I'm most of my shit is on Steemit, like my blog articles, and
Yeah.
I don't write a lot of. This is the first poem I busted out. I'm like, yeah, to bust out a song, you need the music, but I'm like, this could easily be put to music. Just the format,
Yes.
how it's very short. It's short and punchy, you know, like very brief lines. The goyim no, right? Like all these lines are nice and short. It's easy to. Helio did it perfect. He did like a little punk rock version.
Yeah, I can make it work. I just gotta like focus on it.
You could do a hip hop version.
Well,
Goyim no.
it's gonna be
Goyim
like.
no. Goyim no. You know how silly hip hop is these days. The Goyim no. No,
You know, some
Yeah, man.
my idea is very, sort of similar to that, but yeah, yeah. I think tomorrow when I get home from work, I'll just like go straight in and see if I can
put it to
see
the music.
what's crazy is all my audio I have focused on OBS and stuff, but then like if I like open up the recording software, I have to reset like different functions for my audio interfaces and stuff. All the it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's not a pain in the ass to do it. It's just a pain in the ass for the audio to work right, man. When you're doing the recordings, that's part of the biggest pain in the ass of it. When you have to switch back and forth. But I'll
Hey Ron, can you drop a link to that that poem you did again for Flyers? Oh, I'll have a look. Oh,
Just
Yeah,
send it
let me
again.
get you
yeah,
a
just send it
link.
to him in DM, man.
Yeah.
I'll send it. It's in Steemit, but I could send you the poem. And then if you know how to do music, can you do music?
Yeah.
You know how to write music, Bong?
Yeah, I used to produce hip hop music.
Oh, dude,
Till my
this would
ear
be.
went. Yeah,
This will
that's
be
what I just wanted to.
We can all collaborate, man.
You know what's funny, dude?
Yep.
It's not even funny, but on Steemit is like a little podunk shithole,
Yep.
social media shithole, right?
Yep.
Anyway, I got 200 votes right out of the gate. I never got that many votes.
Off
That
of
was like the most.
that poem.
Yeah, that was on that poem. Yeah, right out of the gate in the first hour, right? Anyway, it fizzled out. I got the 200 votes in the first hour, and then 2 votes over the next 2 days. I'm like, what the? They put the brakes on it. They're like, it was going viral, and not going viral, but it was trending. It was trending on all the tags. It was trending on poetry. It was trending on all art. Like it was trending. It was at the top because it had so many votes, and then they squashed it. No votes after that. They pulled the plug. I mean, 200 in the first hour, and then only 2 votes over the next 2 days, it hit the firmament. It went off like a rocket, and it slammed into the firmament. No more. It didn't want.
You know, it's funny. I got the most responses from this. I was gonna show it, but this is what I was gonna like. I'm gonna show this, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna show that. But I should, because it's hilarious. You know, the official Flat Earth and Globe discussion group on, you know, Nathan Thompson's group on Facebook. He's got like 140,000 members or whatever. I just shared a video that someone else put. It was let's see, what is it called? It's hilarious. But I mean, it can go for either side, you know. It's just a joke kind of video. It's just hilarious.
Boy. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait.
Hey.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go buy a guitar and
Go fill this in for you.
You know, here in Australia, they say, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, 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 hey.
But anyway.
No,
but I shared, somebody posted it, and then I shared it on that group, and I've got like over 200 like responses. People are just going crazy because it's like when a globehead loses Flat Earth debate, and it's just this kid just like going crazy in his bedroom, like just having a hissy fit about his video game or something. But anyway, everybody I was like, man, they're going nuts about that video, but it's just funny. Because it's like, man, it's just a joke. Why are you getting so butthurt that we just made fun of? It's like both of us lose debate sometimes, you know. Sometimes the Globey wins, sometimes the Flat Earth wins. But everybody's just like, yeah, it's just like when Flat Earth is, that means they lost too. It's like, no, man, it's a joke, man. What the hell, man? Why do they get so emotional? I get so emotional, baby.
Let me see if Handsome Truth is.
Oi, vey. It's okay. It's okay to be a goy. Oi, vey. Oi, vey. It's okay to be a goy. The cattle know. They run the show. The more we work, the more we owe. We're born a slave and forced to serve. The beast of Satan, Federal Reserve. Two sets of laws meant to deceive. We used to seek to supersede the laws of God for the laws of man. They use your name to pull the scam, all uppercase, but still the same. The only prison is in your brain. Oy vey, and then the hook. It only works if you comply. For us to live, they have to die. They're not content to coexist. They push the limits, and now we're pissed. So pick a side. I mean, it's cool. It's a bit, but we, it's very
You're doing a monotone. You gotta apply the right
Gotta have some emotion.
Yeah, I was just doing the beat because
I know.
Like every word. Yeah, let me show you.
I can hear it in my head. I can hear ODD doing this one. He's got that.
Here's how I was gonna do it. Like, oi vey, it's okay to be goy. Oi vey, it's okay to be goy. That's like the opening, like that, and maybe like 2 people singing it.
Yeah, just
like
keep that rhythm. Boom, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back.
Cattle know they run the show. The more we work, the more we owe. We're born a slave and forced to serve the beast of Satan, the Federal Reserve.
The Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
So you gotta say
maybe we'll get rid of the. Maybe get rid of the beast of Satan, Federal Reserve. That sounds better. The beast of Satan, Federal Reserve, like that. Federal Reserve, because it's too many syllables.
Or Federal
the beast of Satan, the Federal Reserve.
Oh no, just federal. Federal.
The beast of Satan.
Syllable.
Say it like this: the beast of Satan, Federal Reserve. No.
it runs too much. I just say
Federal Res-
the Beast of Satan.
Federal.
Beast of Satan. Federal Reserve. Yeah, we got to get rid of the.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Well, I'll have to work on it. I'm going to work on it
I
tomorrow.
think that syllable. Okay. Forced to serve the
chugging.
Beast of Satan, Federal Reserve. The Beast of Satan, Federal Reserve. It works. There's too many, like the. You don't need the. The Beast of Satan, Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve. 3 syllables. The Beast of Satan, Federal Reserve, and forced to serve. And forced to serve. I got 2 in there twice. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
See,
I saw it.
I'm proofreading this right now. I didn't even know I fucked up.
Dude, ODD will kill this, man. I mean, he's got that, dun 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 dun.
Hey,
dun,
man,
dun, dun.
don't give it to ODD. We're going to kill this, man. We're working on it together.
We're gonna kill.
We
man.
are going to kill this. Yeah, we're going to do.
I don't care if he does it. This is open source, man. You can run with it. I have no copyright.
Everybody make their own version of it.
Make your own version. And put your own spin on it, dude.
Like a
Enforce
version.
I doubled it up, dude. I wrote this in 10 minutes when I was half asleep. No joke.
Nice.
It's good lyrics, man. I like it. I like it a lot.
I didn't even edit it though. I just fucking I didn't proofread it. Better go fix that.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
I like the they use your name to pull the scam.
I'm gonna get rid of the. I don't like to have shit.
You can't get
I'm
rid of it on
changing
my
it.
side.
It's
Maybe when you hear
upsetting.
the way I do it, then you'll be like, oh, yeah, I see now.
Well, let me hear how you sing it. I changed it. The
That's-
Beast of Satan, Federal Reserve. There's a little pause after Satan. The Beast of Satan. You hold the N.
The
Federal
Beast of Satan, the Federal Reserve.
No, I don't like the. It's got to go. The Beast of Satan, Federal Reserve.
Born a slave and forced to serve. The Beast of Satan, the Federal Reserve. That's what
No,
I had.
I don't like it. I like it just to go. The Beast of Satan. Hold the N. Federal Reserve.
Federal Reserve. Yeah,
Federal.
whatever.
Federal Reserve. Like Federal Reserve. It sounds better to me. It didn't. It sounds like you're. It
Yeah, I
sounds
got
like
you.
you're putting. Stumbling. It sounded stumbling, and I never thought of
so
it.
You say, yeah, like Federal
ran out of
Reserve.
gas.
Federal Reserve.
Federal Reserve.
Like,
Yeah.
Federal on the snare, like Federal Reserve. You know what I mean?
You're adding 3 syllables. You said federal. I just think federal.
Federal Reserve.
Crush it into 2 syllables. Federal. Federal Reserve.
So you're taking out the and the E between the D and the R.
No,
I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you, man.
Federal. Take out the E. Federal. Sure. Like, I don't know, compress it into 2 syllables. You know how some rappers do shit like that. Federal Reserve. Federal. Yeah, just federal.
Re on reserve. Re hits on the snare, so it's like
Federal Reserve.
Federal Reserve.
The Beast of Satan, the Federal Reserve. No, not the. No, it's me.
Close.
The Beast of
Boom.
Satan,
I think-
Federal Reserve.
Federal Reserve.
Hey,
Hey, what's up,
Spiral, man.
Spiral?
What's up, bro?
We're spiraling out of control here.
Riggs just sent me a message, said add me to the group. I was like, what group are you talking about?
I don't know what you guys work on, but it sounds like it.
Hey,
Like,
Spiral,
pretty
did
good.
you know we're on live stream on my channel?
Oh,
Yeah,
Right
but
on.
you're welcome though. I mean, that's why I wanted to do it in the gold chat, so anybody could just jump in. But that's why I keep posting it in the other parts of the Discord.
gotcha.
Man, those paintings that you showed last night, shit was awesome. I
Yeah.
like that.
That moth.
Yeah, I don't know what. I tried to go for a butterfly, but then it kind of turned into a moth, so I just went with it.
Dude, you don't even know how many times I posted this, and I fucked it up. I had the word 2 in there twice. I'm like, oh no.
Are we doing some raps? I got some.
Well, I was doing poetry, but I fucked it up.
I got some bars.
I'm just shortening it up a little bit. You wanna sing it to him, one of you guys?
Yep.
I think Helio has the right punch to it. He sounds kind of punk rock.
Yeah, I kind of have some experience with this, so I've written like 5 albums.
I'm getting rid of the.
Okay.
Let me see. I'll go through it real fast. Oy vey, it's okay to be goy. Oy vey, it's okay to be goy. The cattle know, they run the show. The more we work, the more we owe. We're born a slave and forced to serve the beast of Satan, Federal Reserve. 2 sets of laws meant to deceive, with UCC to supersede the laws of God or the laws of man. They use your name to pull the scam. All uppercase, but still the same. The only prison is in your brain. It only works if you comply. For us to live, they have to die. They're not content to coexist. They push the limits, and now we're pissed. So pick a side. The end is near. I trust in God. I have no fear. The game is over. The final blow. The spawns of Satan. Oh, wait a minute. For the spawns of Satan, because the Goyim know. Maybe that doesn't sing so good. Like, for the spawns of Satan. The game is over. The final blow. For the spawns of Satan, because the Goyim know. It sounds better if you're not singing it, just reading it. That, the extra words. The game is over. The final blow. For the spawns of Satan, because the Goyim know.
Or the game is over. The final blow for the spawns of Satan, because the game is over. The final blow for the spawns of Satan, because the Goyim know.
Yep.
You could drop the music out on that last set of lines there, and just like that could be like a spoken part.
Yeah, the Goyim know. That's like the most profound part about it. They got so triggered, dude. They were so triggered. He goes, "Take that down." I'm like, "Why? What's wrong?" That's not what we're about.
Who? Steam it? Who?
No, the guy's on Patriot fucking fag box.
Patriot fag box.
That's not what we're about.
Box. I don't know, man. The soap fags. I think, like the Jews in the soap. The Jew soap. There, they finally left my vote. Got 9 votes. Did we get anybody new in here? We only got 11. Where did our people go? We lost 2. Yeah, I think the better thing to do, if we find another live stream and then invite people over here. Even right now, we could find live streams and bring people here. Like type in live stream on YouTube.
No.
I got to see who I can mod for. Let me see. I mod for a couple, and then like people that I know, they're modding. I could ask them.
Yep.
And then if people like hanging out here, it could be like a thing. Like, yeah, come in. Every night from 10 to 12, we're going live, so go to hell. Like, we'll get something we can rhyme, like, it won't even be like a rap session or whatever. You know what? When Bong was doing that bing, bing, I realized what didn't sound right. It's, for someone to proofread it like that. Even really dry, like a monotone.
Like the Federal Reserve? Is that what
I think, yeah, I pulled it. I didn't like it, the Federal Reserve. I forgot.
Yeah.
I had the word on or in or something. I had it twice. I had to remove. I had it fucked up. My I didn't edit this thing. I made like half asleep in the morning. I
like it. I'll have to show you guys some of my stuff when I get home. I'm almost there.
I liked it. I thought this was like the best shit I ever wrote, man. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm so proud of it. Because it says so much and so little. There's so few words, but it gets, if you don't know what UCC law is in the Federal Reserve, and you don't know, like, two sets of laws, they have two sets of laws. They usurp our Constitution with this, just by capitalizing our name and leaving it just the same as it is, like identical, like it's your name, it's just the same. It's the same exact name, but all capitalized.
Yeah.
And it wrote itself, really.
That's how good ones do.
Now we got to think what we're going to put for a verse. Like verse, chorus. Maybe crush the two into that'll be the chorus. The two opening segments could be compressed into a verse. Like, oy vey, it's okay.
That last four lines you said sounds like a chorus to me.
The last four lines?
Yeah, that sounds like the hook.
That should be the hook? All right, let's see. The game is over, the final blow for the spawns of Satan, because the Goyim know. That's like the finishing dagger. You're saying that should just be repeated? We'll start it with the game is over?
Chorus.
Maybe you'll use the spawns of Satan because the Goyim know.
Maybe mix those last four with the first two, with the first four lines. The oy vey.
Oy vey.
Yeah, that's,
like
I was just thinking that too.
Like the last four lines can be the beginning of the verse or the ending of the the beginning of a chorus, or the ending of the verse. And then it goes into the oy vey, and then back to verse. You know what I mean?
I like it how it is. But I think the hook should be this: the oy vey, oy, because that's the part people would sing. Like, it's okay to be goy. That's the part you want to get across.
Yeah.
Like that's the it's okay to be white.
Yeah.
That was like the T-shirt. Yeah. It's okay to be goy. Goy is everybody. Everybody except 2% of the world is a goy. So it's like, let's invite everyone in the crowd.
But maybe use those last four lines, the final blow, down there, as the ending for all the verses. It's lead to the chorus. Yeah, that sounds cool because it sounds like it needs that there, right? Like when it says.
This is the anchor. That is the anchor. The game is over. That's the last words. The final blow for the spawns of Satan, because the Goyim fucking know. We fucking know, man.
And then
it's like,
oy vey. Yeah.
You think add another one? I don't know. We can make multiple versions. Put it up.
Just attach those four lines to the end of every verse so that it leads into that hook, the oy vey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
make up. We'll see what it sounds like. I don't care. I mean, I want to hear different versions.
It's like a pre-chorus. You know what I mean?
Do it
pre-chorus.
Yeah, it is the Satanist. It doesn't even say. It doesn't say the Jews anywhere, right? It doesn't say the Jews, and that's what I told the fucking guy. I'm like, where does it say the Jews?
Oy vey. And Goyim. It's implied. Yep.
It's implied, but it doesn't call anybody out. It's like, well, wait, who are the Federal Reserve? Do they call us Goyim? Those are the motherfuckers I'm talking about. The Federal Reserve. They call us Goyim. They invented the two sets of laws, right? They changed our name to uppercase to charge us as a business. It was all they're doing, and they call us goys, and they think of us as like cattle. Okay, those are the people specifically. They know who I'm talking about. Not the store clerk at the deli didn't fucking concoct this evil plot, right? 72. What's that one, Helio? 72 words. What's that mean? Still there?
In one of 72?
72 virgins? Oh shit, 27. Yeah, man, make up a different versions. And if Bong, you want to make like a rap.
Yeah, I'll check on the beat. See
Oh,
what happens.
MIDI has his beats.
Yeah, maybe I think he's into the music production too.
I'm thinking like the Blitzkrieg Bop, like that kind of some kind of punk rock music. Oh, we got 72 human. That's what it is. I didn't even see there's a delay up in here. Yeah, we're just putting shit out there, man. Trying different shit.
Man, that was weird.
We're kind of sloppy. We didn't get this right. We're going to add like a call-in number. So if anyone wants to call in and be on the show, we're going to have that. Is there any sound yet?
That was an experiment. Apparently, I can't join on my phone. It'll kick me out of this voice chat, which will completely shut down the audio on the live stream. So
Yeah, I think we got it now.
now I know.
I can hear you coming. I could hear you now.
I think they can hear
but
us
I could
on
hear
the
you
live stream
before.
too.
I'm on
you
Discord,
could hear me
and then I
because
got
you were
the
in
YouTube
that.
feed.
But what happened is I went outside to smoke a cigarette while you guys were talking, and I was like, I'll join the live stream, or I'll join the chat from my phone. And what happened when I did that? It kicked me out of the computer voice, which completely kicked all of the audio of our discussion on the live stream. So it was an
Well,
experiment.
now you know.
Now I know.
It's better now than with 100 people watching.
So, but for some reason, the bubbles aren't popping up anymore. Here it is. Hold on a second. Why this not working? Do some adjustments here. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching tonight. This has been pretty cool so far. We're gonna do this a lot more in the near future.
Yeah, you know what? There's some that are like can chat a lot, like Becky from Australia. She'll be burning up the chat. We'll probably have to put it on time delay because she chats a lot. Which is 13 people, she'll put 100 fucking text messages in like a minute. It's like bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, she sounded pretty cool, man.
Yeah, she's cool. And it just they make it fun because they're outgoing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people they'll watch the whole time. They won't say anything. They'll just be lurking. Definitely not a lurker. It's fun having people in here. Where do I know Lisa? Were you on Lift the Veil, Lisa? Hey, this might have been her, Helio. I think I remember her name when she said, "When are you guys going live?" She followed from Lift the Veil.
Oh, in the losing track of
the link that you deleted. She might have been the one that asked that.
Oh yeah, she said yes. Oh cool. Well, welcome, Lisa. Yeah, you know, there's so many topics, man, that we could cover, but we're just kind of like we're talking about your song and everything, which is that's something in the works. But what else is anyone been following?
I don't think she answered yes if she came there from Lift the Veil. You know, like that question was from a couple of minutes ago, or maybe I don't know. Yes and yes. Yeah. I don't know because I don't know if we're on a delay. I asked her again.
I think that was. I think that was a yes for.
If she subscribed to your channel, if she subscribed one of your newer subs, then that's her. That's why you shouldn't have deleted that link because people were coming over. That was the link I left, and they would read the messages in the chat, in the comments, and say, "Aha, we'll come back later."
Yeah, it's done now.
We might have had a few more people here if you didn't delete it. We'll try it again. We'll try it again, and I'll leave this link, right? Or I'll wait till you're streaming already, and you just hold it down, even if it's a boring stream. Say, yeah, we're going to pick it up after. I'm just, leaving it open. You're welcome to come and chat, but we're going to be here after. So it's a live stream.
I thought about just like pulling a Math Powerland and just play my guitar for like an hour, except my guitar playing's way better than his.
I'd like to hear what music you have set up for the Goyim Knows song.
Well, I don't have anything set up yet. I'm going to work on it tomorrow when I get home from work.
You know who's pretty good is Jurassic Liars is really talented on a guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had a really good riff.
You never heard any of my music?
I did. I heard you a little bit. You were jamming out a little bit
on
the electric.
Like I have a whole playlist on my channel with like 4 albums.
No, I haven't.
I'll go ahead and post it.
Hey, look, we're picking up viewers. It's up to 16. We got 6 new ones.
Cool, man.
That's
cool. Welcome,
it just
everybody.
dropped the 4. It's alive.
I mean, and like you were saying earlier, I mean, when we started, there were several people. I mean, Jeranism was live, and Bro Sanchez is live, and there's a bunch of people that were live when we started. So
yeah, we talk about all kind of stuff from like conspiracies. We talked about the Yellow Vest movement in France. We talked about like stuff that's going on, politics. We talked about like the California fires, 9/11, the directed energy weapons. Talk about the banking system, like the Federal Reserve, all types of corruption in the government, things like that. We talk about things most people won't. Yeah, Truther channel.
We do talk, which I don't mind the taboo subjects at all. I mean, it's some of the more taboo subjects could get your channel shut down, but we'll see what happens.
We won't talk about FF, the false flags. We won't talk about that so much.
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
those are
and
the ones-
also some of the JQ stuff can kind of get you in trouble too. So I don't
yeah,
know.
well, if you're blatantly obvious and too over the edge, yeah,
Right.
you just got to be more cryptic.
Well, anyway, I just posted a link to a playlist with my music. Most of it's from shit 15 years ago or more, 20 years ago. So, but it's all of it's my vocals, and then some of it's my guitar too. So, but yeah, I'll just, like, if I have to fill time, I'll pick up my Les Paul and rip out some solo action.
Sounds good.
Yeah, the Spiral's heard me play a lot before, so you already know. But so I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, if we got a few more, I was putting it in there. I wanted to get some random people, or some of my friends, like other people were streaming. That's part of the problem. There was too many other hot live streams that were on. But tomorrow, maybe there's not. We'll do the same thing tomorrow. And then we could leave links like, hey, after this, you guys could hang out with us at 24/7 Flat Earth. That's
Yeah,
where we mostly do it.
Well, that's why. I mean, that was the plan. Just do this for a couple hours, and have people from the server come in, and we talk about maybe what's been happening in the server, what we saw on YouTube, or any pertinent articles that we following the action of the day. We talk, get over, and then invite everyone to come into the Discord. Then I'll go ahead and then go live on the other channel, the Flat Earth Discord live channel. So that's my thought. Is to do that. But it also kind of depends. I mean, I won't start a live stream on the Discord unless people are in there. It's active. There's no reason to go live when nobody's talking in the Discord. You know what I mean? But there usually is, this time of night. Usually there's people in, but it doesn't look like there is now, though. It looks like it's pretty.
Yeah, it was a slow night. It's a slow night for everyone. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool. I mean, but like I said, if there's something a specific topic, even if we did a short live stream for 30 minutes to an hour, if you had something you want to talk about, just message me, and then when I get time, I'll say, hey, Ron, I'm ready, and then boom, go live for 30 minutes to an hour. Just do a short stream and get the information out there. A lot of times that can be more effective too, to do shorter streams like that, and just like
this is just the opening night. If everyone's chilling. Oh, Shoni's there. Let's send her an invite.
Sweet.
She's got a really nice voice. I'd like to get her in here.
But yeah, and like I said, we're using the Gold Plus voice chat, which a lot of people can't access on Discord, but I'll also figure out another way to do it, where I more than likely, once I figure it out, it'll be like a private Discord call, which you can only have 8 people at a time in there, which that's plenty, but you'll be able to share screen and stuff like that too. So I was messing with it earlier, and I just couldn't figure it out before we did this stream. But I'll work on that some more as well. So
yeah, work on the song too, so you could play. If we do have a little lull, it's like, okay, here's our song.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of my own music I can play, but it's not like flat earth music. Well, it's truther music, some of it, because I wrote a lot of the lyrics years ago, and I've been a truther for a long time, so I have a lot of music I can play. That's my own music. But I mean, it's not just me.
Yeah.
I was in a band with people, but we recorded some pretty good stuff.
Oh, are you reading the chat on YouTube? Like Lisa asked. So I noticed you don't post a lot on your YouTube channel.
Oh, you talking about like video? Yeah, this is.
Maybe you should talk about me. I'm not sure who that question was directed at.
Might
Have you
be me. Or
posted
you talking about I don't
put
have a
up
lot of
videos?
videos. Yeah. That's why I wanted to start doing this, on a regular basis, because I don't have a lot of consistent content. But I'd like to, I want to. And she may not be aware of the other channel too.
Oh yeah, we do have one that we go live.
Yeah, it's in.
Oh, good.
There's a link. There's a link in the description to the other Discord channel.
You know what we'll do?
Subscribe to that channel. We go live on there all the time. From the Discord, and that's
we're
my
gonna
channel
do,
too.
We're gonna also start. Yeah, you could come to the Discord and hang out with us, but we'll start streaming like a regular event, streaming live, and then like maybe after Lift the Veil show, and then you could get some of your friends from that chat. We could come over here. We cover the news. We're gonna cover like current events, like say something happened in France, the Yellow Vest movement, or something happened in Syria. We're gonna try and keep on top of all the news, and maybe even cover the false flags, but maybe do it in a very down low way where it doesn't get strikes. Like when you mentioned David Hogg's name, that was very toxic. When people were doing that and calling out the incident in Florida, that was getting people shut down. Just even mentioning it. I mean, that's my favorite stuff to talk about is those kind of things. Like, but their YouTube channel, their death for your channel. Oh, look who we have. We have Negator.
Well,
that's all right. Everybody's welcome.
You see, he's got a wrench on my channel. Everybody's like, "Why the fuck's Negator wrenched on your channel?" It's like, he's actually he the only reason that I give him a wrench is so people just don't ban him, because if he just gets out of control, then I'll take it away and we can just ban him. But he's actually he knows what's up here, man. So when he might question why I gave Negator a wrench, that's why.
Is he on top of other conspiracies like 9/11 and other?
No, he's actually he's the official story guy.
Oh man, we can't have that, Helio. Can't have the official story, man.
I think it's funny. That's what I'm saying. If he already knows what's up. Actually, before we started doing this, I was about to go clear some of the wrenches out, but I forgot he was still one of them. But
yeah, you might have to do that, man, because we're gonna lose street cred.
Yeah, I'll fix that.
It's like having someone with a flat Earth role who's not a flat earther. We'll give Kosho. We'll give him a moderator. Yeah, Kosho's a mod. He's a flat earther. Oh no, when did that happen? And he's out there spamming us.
No, but as far as our, I don't know. I don't know. Until further, there's sometimes I feel like just no.
You like debate. You like having someone.
I don't necessarily like the debate. I just like for my chat to be clean, as long as the people that are in there are clean. And that's what I mean. And Negator never calls people names or stupid or anything. He just likes to he asks questions. I know he's trolling, but that's and like Charlie has a wrench, and he he's never rude to anybody. He just asks questions and stuff. So
Who was Charlie? Let me see.
Charlie, he's
Who was
brought
that
up
guy?
in the chat.
He's giving us
There's only a couple guys that I've done that for. So
Bill. I forget his name. Pete.
but,
Pete.
but
Shea.
they already know.
That-
No, Pete doesn't have. He's not going to get a wrench. He's a
no,
flat
he's
earther.
I would ban.
He's
I
a
would
flat
ban
earther,
him.
but he's not. Oh man. Sometimes if people get banned, I'm just going to unban them. Depends on what they did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's just the way I run my chat. And that's the way I've always done it. So. But anyway,
I learned things. Yeah, you're pretty much right on that. Everything that we're told, flip it. If you want to know the truth, flip it. Like about the Earth, okay, they tell us it's spinning and orbiting. No, it's stationary, no movement. Like everything about it is the reverse, is the opposite. It's tilted. No, it's level. The sun is the center. No, the Earth is the center. Like every single thing, they flipped. It's fucking crazy. And that's why it's so hard for people to believe you, because literally it's upside down world. And they even tell us we're upside down, but we're not. We're right side up.
yeah, I mean everything's the opposite. It's like if you watch it on the news, whatever they tell you, pretty much, unless if it's something very drastic and important, it's
Usually a lot.
Usually a lot, yeah. If it's just reporting, a fireman saved a cat from a tree, probably true.
Or 50% chance of rain. Okay, yeah, it rained in Toledo today. Okay, yeah, it rained in Toledo. No big deal.
Right.
Anything that's of substance, anything important, they're going to lie about. 9/11, all these events.
Especially if it's politically divisive, or has to do with war. Some enemy, some perceived enemy that you're supposed to, whether that be domestic or international.
Yeah.
You know what's
Basically,
crazy?
if it's national or global news and not any kind of local, just
They
telling you
lie
what's
about local,
happening here.
dude. They lie
Yeah,
about
they do that
local.
too.
There was a shooting, a fake shooting. This black man that was collecting cans, and he held up the bag of cans in front of his face, and there was like a fake blood pack in there, and like someone randomly shot him. That was fake. It's like, why would they fake that? You know what I mean? I forget the name, like Christopher Christ or something.
Haven't
He had a
seen
name
that
like
one.
that.
Haven't
Remember
seen that
that?
one. No, I
Oh
haven't
yeah,
seen
it was.
that one.
It was around Easter. It was around Easter. In his name, he had Christ's name. Like the whole thing was a psyop. And you're like, why would they pull something like that? It wasn't a really huge event, but it was fake. I forget the man's name and everything, but they fake stuff big and small.
Getting all my windows mixed up here.
Juggling. Oh, these are your songs up there? Yeah, they do control us by fear. Yeah. And that's like in that poem, it only works if you comply. If we stop listening and say, I'm not gonna follow your illegal, unjust laws, I'm not doing it. It's over. The game is over. And that's what we want. We want enough people to say, I am not gonna follow these bullshit laws. That's how you get change. It doesn't even have to be violent. It's just saying, I will not comply. And if everyone does that, or not even everyone, but if a critical mass of people say, I've had enough, I'm not doing it. If the French yellow vest, enough people like that stood up and said, I'm not paying these taxes, and enough people all got together and did it, they couldn't enforce it. Okay.
Yeah.
They would give in. And that's how you win. You have to impose your will. Otherwise, they'll run you over. And they have been running us over. They've been pushing us to the limit, just below a revolution. Just they keep us boiling right below that threshold where people will revolt. And every time they get to that level, they back down a little bit. Okay, let them think they have a win, but we'll keep boiling them. We'll keep boiling them, and we'll take a half a bite instead of a full bite. We'll take 2 half bites. What's the end result is still the same. We will consume them. Yeah, the big channels, you're mostly going to get bullshit. A lot of the, it's hard to find a good truther channel. The bigger ones, the bigger you get, the more they cover shit up, and they read the official, like Alex Jones. He woke up a lot of us to like the term, what is a false flag? I didn't know what that was before Alex Jones, but if I had stayed there on his plantation, I never would have found out the truth about 9/11 and about other false flags. I would have never found out about that. He backed down on it, like Pizzagate. He backed down. We could talk about that too.
Yeah, he
Ridley
backed,
Pizzagate stuff. Oh yeah, he totally backed down on it.
yeah, he backed down on Sandy Hook and
Mhm.
barely talked about Boston Marathon, which is one of the most obvious false flags of all time.
Yeah, like Nathan gets Wolfgang on his show, Wolfgang Halbig.
Yeah.
That's pretty big. I love Wolfgang. You know, if we had a bigger audience, he would probably come on here. You know, if we could get like 500 people. I mean, we might down the road have a channel like that where lots of people tune in because it's like entertaining.
Yeah, I mean that's why we're trying this out, and the more we do this, the more I'll learn. You know, as far as production wise, and it'll be more polished and more focused. I mean, that's why I wanted you to come on here. You have a lot of good ideas, and you keep track of a lot of the information going around on YouTube, and you're very active. So that's why I wanted you to be involved. So
Were these my links? The mud flood buildings were those links that I sent you? Because that's another
the ones
topic.
I'm playing right now.
I would like to dig into this mud flood stuff.
Sure
That's very
sent that to me.
Yep. Yeah, I have. See, look at all those buildings, dude. See the buildings in the middle. All those buildings are the same architecture, and they're all over the world. Dude, that is not a coincidence. It was the same group of people who built them. Look at those things. The Parthenon. Look how many there is.
Well, and that's
where are we looking at?
I'm looking at YouTube in the middle screen.
Okay.
Well, it's actually the top one. That white, see that white marble building with all the pillars? You just went a little bit too far. Right there. Yep. That one.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of stuff about history I'd like to get into. It's just like we have different interests, and some of like the mud flood thing kind of connects to a lot of questions that I've had about archaeology and the the obvious fake history that they've told us.
We could touch on it. We could touch on mud floods. I think we should cover everything.
Well, but I wouldn't necessarily call it mud flood. Mud flood to me is kind of a new thing. I think it really connects to something deeper, in my opinion.
Well, we need a name to call it that everyone knows about.
Right? Yeah. That actually could probably help.
This is really trending. Mud flood is trending on
history.
Yeah, it's big, dude. It's people talking about on Facebook, on YouTube, on Discord, on Twitter. It's a big thing. Even that Martin Flat Earth British, he just had his 10,000 subscriber video, and now he's got like 15,000.
Yeah,
in like a week.
Like in the past couple of months, he's gotten like 5,000 subscribers. He started.
Not even the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks, he grew 50%. His channel went. It took him how many years? 5 years to get the first 10,000, and it took him 2 weeks to get 50% more.
Exactly.
He's growing fast.
And he's a really smart guy too, and he does he does great videos. What sucks for me is that like when I have time to follow, I'm at work, and I can't. I can listen to it, but you don't really get the full effect if you just listen. when I'm working, I can listen. So I like to listen to a lot of YouTube videos more than I watch them.
Hey,
And
Helio,
you can't just listen to his videos. You have to watch them too. So
look at the height of that handrail on the bottom video. Look how tall that is. That is a handrail, that marble handrail, just where it is right now, the lower picture. You'll see a man holding his arm up. He could barely touch the top of it. And on a normal handrail, that's like 3 feet tall. These were
oh
built
yeah,
for giants. They were built for taller people because the windows, the doors, and the ceiling height and the stairs, they're all proportioned for much larger people. And there's a lot of buildings like this. There was thousands of buildings. If people were small, like if people were regular size like they are today, why would you have a 10-foot tall window? Why would you make 10-foot or 12-foot tall doors? It's unnecessary. It's a waste of building materials. Why make it so big? It's more space to heat. You know, it's like you can
right.
get less floors in a building instead of having like
Look at that
15 or
sword, man.
yeah, the sword, the books,
Holy
all that
shit.
stuff.
The sword was as big as that dude. Dude was holding the sword. It was taller than him.
Did you see those books? Those enormous books, the
Yeah,
enormous door.
that's yeah. I mean, what they tell us in general science about history is complete bullshit.
Yeah, who would be swinging that sword, dude? You'd have to be a very, big, strong person to be swinging that meat hook.
No,
He'll leave you
nobody can
clean in
swing a
half,
sword.
dude. That dude would be like, what, 13, 14 feet tall. Well, wait. A normal person would have, what, a 3-foot sword?
Yeah,
Both
maybe
sides.
that'd be a big one.
Half
Yeah,
that. Okay, so that guy, like a sword would be half your height. Like if you're 6 foot, you'd have a 3-foot sword.
right. It'd be about
That
the
sword,
size of a cane or the length of a cane, or whatever.
well, that sword is what? Well over the height of that
Yeah,
man.
that was like 6 feet long.
Yeah, even more. And so you got, say it's like even 7 foot tall. That means that person would be about 14 foot tall, 14, 15 foot tall. Very, very big. And then every
Oh
time you
shit.
add a foot,
Yeah.
every foot is going to be about 10 pounds per inch. You're talking 120 pounds. So start with a 6-foot man at 200 pounds, just a general ballpark. And then you start adding 120 pounds for every foot. You're talking almost like a 2,000-pound man.
Yep. Amazing.
See, it's probably more than that, like more than 10 pounds an inch because they're much heavier built. It depends on your structure, but like for a normal person, like a nice, like an athletic built, you're talking someone like my size. I'm like 200 pounds, sometimes 210. I'm like 6 foot, 6 foot half inch, and like somebody like Shaq is like 7 foot tall, and he's like over 300 pounds. So he's yeah 320. He's about built about my scale. If you add that extra inches
Right.
and 10 pounds an inch, I'm like built about like Shaq.
Now, see, Lisa in the chat said something. She said, "Okay, giants. Do you think it's crazy that army men are talking about fighting against red-headed giants? Goes back to the Bible, in my personal opinion, as the end would be the same as those days, the days of Noah. Now,
Yeah, there was a man.
there's some guys in when they went to Afghanistan. There's some soldiers that that claim that saw a red-headed giant in Afghanistan. From after 9/11 when they went to Afghanistan, they saw a giant of like 10 feet tall, 10, 11 feet tall or something like that. They said they were describing it as a red-headed giant. Well, let me find it.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that shit. They said it had like 2 rows of
There's a
teeth.
freaking giant in Afghanistan.
I did hear about him, dude. Yeah, Kandahar. Here it is.
How'd you find
Giant of
it?
Kandahar, Afghanistan. U.S. military encounters him. Strange but true.
Post that link. There's like history's mysteries will remain a mystery as long as they keep bullshitting us about cavemen and shit 10,000 years ago. Which the cavemen are actually probably smarter than we are now. The ones that they call cavemen are probably actually a lot smarter and had more advanced technology than we do now.
Oh, they did, dude. They weren't cavemen. These
No,
were advanced
There's no
people.
such thing. Yeah. That's retarded.
Nah, they just knew how to use nature, like, and not go against it.
Well, they
That wouldn't
weren't
make
living
them
in a
stupid.
cave. Maybe that man was living in a cave, that giant, but he was more primitive. But like the people who built these stone buildings, they were not primitive, and they were giants. And there's like, okay, they were big, but they weren't like 36 feet tall. Like they were like half of that. You know, someone like 15 foot tall would be like ridiculous big. Like Shaq is ridiculous big at 7 foot. You're like, wow, this guy's fucking huge. Now double that. Double that.
Right.
It's like, dude, Shaq is fucking enormous. Now this guy's twice the size of him. Now you imagine a guy twice the size of that, like a 15-footer, and then you go to 36. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah, you're talking real giants. Yeah.
Yeah. You're talking about 15 to 20 feet tall. Yeah.
But that was the normal size. That wasn't even a giant. That was normal.
Right. You ever talk to Jimbo about the Titans and stuff? You ever seen some of his stuff?
Well, the Titans were even bigger. Yeah, they were hundreds of feet tall.
Yeah.
That's like biblical, yeah, proportions.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, and a lot of people claim that some of we're actually living on top of the Titans now, which is
Mud Fossil University talks about
right.
that.
So that's interesting. But be hard to prove, especially since we don't like you can exhume some of the stones that might claim to be the bodies of these titans and really forensically examine them and determine whether they are fossilized tissue, but you're never going to get a university or any you're not going to have any money behind it to confirm it right now, at least. So it's difficult.
You know what?
To prove.
Every time people start figuring this out, they destroy it. You don't want your shit destroyed because they will destroy it to keep this a secret. Like, I'm going to send you some shit right now. Look at this. Look at the architecture, how beautiful the structure was, how ornate. And look at the size of these books. This book is over 6 foot tall.
Wow.
Who ends up in this? This is the people with like the stairs were much taller. They were built, and look at the cabinets, the windows, the doors, the ceiling. Why would they make cabinets that large? You're a cabinet maker. I mean, look at the proportions
you have to get
of
on
those
a
cabinets.
fucking ladder to get up there.
Right. And whose jacket is that made for? It's like, okay, you got a jacket for a 15-foot tall man. This window, how tall is the man that's going to stand in that window? Like, look at that shit. It's got uppers to those cabinets. And they're the same proportions as ours, except they're double the size. It doesn't make sense to have a room like this. You're building a house. Wait a minute. Let me make a ceiling foot. My ceiling's going to be 20 feet tall instead of 8.
Now,
Is it necessary?
I do make cabinets sometimes where people will, they'll be like at 12-foot ceilings or whatever. They'll have some things up there, but they won't store things. They'll actually like have glass doors up at the top so that they just put like decorative collector like stuff in it just for decoration. They're not storing anything 12 feet off the ground.
Oh, good. Shoni came in here. I wanted to get her on the she's on our Discord too. Yeah, look at those doors, man. there's a guy standing in that door. Look at how big that. How big would you say that door is? I don't know if that man is 6 foot or 5 foot tall, you know, or somewhere's in between.
Yeah, it's freaking humongous.
And you know, when they made these statues, you think, oh, they made them larger than life. Maybe that was maybe that was life size. You see a statue that's like 20 feet tall, that might have been life size. We don't know. You know, considering the picture above it, where the window, the cabinets, the stairs to that building. Look at the scale of them. Look how large it was. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And look at the building materials, like how many extra board feet of lumber, like all those details. It wouldn't make sense, you know, because especially they try to cut costs. They didn't cut costs back then. They built everything beautiful, like how ornate it was. Now those cabinets in there were kind of plain, like really plain. But if you go, see, there's the stairs. You're scrolling up. Look at the height of the stair post. Or those, you could see they lowered it.
Right.
And they probably made the steps. They redid all the steps to make them shorter. They did that in stone. In a building, they took what was a normal step and they cut it in half. They halved it. So it was probably like a, I don't know, 12-inch, 14-inch step, and they cut it in half. So whoever made those steps was much bigger than us. They didn't do them all. They just did the middle section of the building where the people would walk up, but they left the other ones large, full size.
Hey man, I hate to do it, but man, I'm gonna have to cut the stream, man. It's 12:30.
That's fine.
Didn't get much sleep last night, but I think this has been, you know, been a great time, and we may try
We'll
it again.
do it again.
Try it again tomorrow night, you know, if possible. Or
yeah, I'm good with this. What we'll do then, maybe get your stream cooking before we'll decide. Get it ready. Like, say someone's going live, and it's like, okay, he's going live. We're gonna wrap up that show, and then we'll transition to yours, someone else, and then we could divert people over here. Let's try and have some material ready. Maybe if you want a song, or we could dabble around the edges like this. Now at least you got lots of pictures we could look at. You got them all ready to go, and I could keep adding to this collection.
right. Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh yeah, let's look at these buildings. I'll find more interesting stuff.
Definitely.
You know, whatever I'm looking at throughout the day, we'll make a show out of it.
Heck yeah, man.
And then people can add in, like people in the chat, they could add in their own stuff. Okay, good night, everyone. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate who else is still in voice here with us?
Yep. Catch you guys
Spiral,
later.
man, appreciate you coming and talking to us. Bong, brother. We're gonna do this some more. Most definitely. It may be I may be able to set it up later after I figure it out in like a private call instead of coming in here, but this kind of works too. I don't mind having it in the gold room.
Fine.
People just jump in.
It's
funny, you guys didn't even know we were live. You know, it's just like, hey, what's up over there? It's like, oh, we're doing a live stream. Oh, cool. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate everybody showing up. Man, I don't want to go, but I have to, man. I have to go to sleep. I didn't get much sleep last night.
That's all right. Yeah, there's always going to be tomorrow, dude. Don't burn yourself out.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing this, man. I mean, even just the few topics we covered tonight that's just the tip of the iceberg. A lot of stuff that I really want to go over. We can go into, I mean, all kinds of stuff. You know how we do.
I'm gonna send Lisa a Discord invitation if she wants to come hang out. I'm gonna stay up for a little while. If you want to come over there and chat with us,
everyone in the description to this video, there's several of the Discord links to 24/7 Flat Earth Discord, and you can go in there and if if people are talking in there, I might go ahead and start the other live stream. Still looks like it's kind of slow in there right now, but you never know. But yeah, everyone join the 24/7 Flat Earth Discord, and you'll meet all kinds of cool people in there. It's not all necessarily about Flat Earth, but
there's the link. If you guys want to come over, I just dropped the link right there. It says new link. Neil Tyson.
And
yeah, it seemed like we're just picking up a little bit of momentum, but that's all right. We're gonna you guys can come over to Discord and chat with us. Left the link right there. We're there 24/7. There's always people to hang out with.
Yeah, you gonna go hang out in there, Ron? I think that's what.
Yep,
Lisa's
I'm gonna
asking.
hang out.
All right, man.
I'm gonna hang out.
Bro, you be doing there.
All right, brother.
Actually, I'm there right now. I'm in the Gold Plus room right now.
Yeah,
actually.
you just jumped down to the other room. But yeah,
all right,
appreciate
Lisa,
you guys. We're gonna do this again, maybe a couple more times this week, and
I'll check you in.
Right on.
Yep.
Wait.
All right.
Here we go.
Appreciate you guys. Later.
All right. Later.
Good rest, bro. Yep.